What's going on, guys? It's Rico Kang here. In today's video, we're going to talk about the most important aspects in your client acquisition process, which is lead generation. And today's video, we're going to cover the volumes and what's it take, because it's all about knowing your number. We're going to talk about the 4 methods of lead generation, the distribution to platform, automation and scale, and your worksheet, right? And pretty much lead generation is like we want to define term first. It's getting more people to know about your lead magnet. So if you haven't watched the previous module about lead magnet and done your worksheet on crafting your lead magnet yet, I suggest go back there and craft that out, because we're gonna need that in this process, right? Because how can you get someone to know your lead magnet if you haven't got one yet, right? So just housekeeping here. We want you to go through 3 of the recommended book. $100 Million Lead by Alex Hormozi is, really tell a lot about lead generation, especially the 4 methods of that we're gonna go through. Very detailed. Secret Experts is how to position yourself when you reach out to people. How can you position yourself as an expert when you do that? And the Blue Ocean Strategy is want to make sure it's really really open my mind in a way that telling me that there is no saturation. There is no saturated market, right? A lot of people are saying drop shipping is saturated or SMA is saturated, but really it's not the saturation of the marketplace, but it's a saturation of the offer, right? If everyone in SMA all offering Facebook ad, then Facebook ad is saturated, if that makes sense. So it's not the marketplace, it's pretty much the message and the offer, which is so important. That's why we're going to work through that, right? So we're going to get started off with chapter 1, the volumes and what it takes. Expectation here is that the work just need to be doing, right? Most beginners really underestimate the amount of work and sacrifice it takes to succeed, right? So quick reality check here. Go find someone who make the money that you want to make. Ask them what their volume is. How much are they doing? Most people that are doing 20, 50K, they're probably not doing appointment setting or outreach themselves, but really just ask them as a whole company, if you have virtual assistant or appointment setter doing it for you, how much number are those guys doing to get to your revenue and your income? And what you need to do is actually, you need to do 2 to 3x that. You don't need to match them, but you need to do more, because you don't have the skill, the testimonial, and the experience, right? And what I learned from Alex Hormozi, right? He's always to even take that a little bit further and just add that you don't have skill, experience, and testimonial, but then you're also not lucky as well, so that you don't put luck into the equation. Always do things and perceive it as you being unlucky, and you have all of the disadvantage. So the amount of work required for you to get there is actually 2, 3, even 5 times more volume than the guy that's actually already there, if that makes sense. So you need to understand that proportion different, right? That's why we're gonna help you track everything, because number doesn't lie. So the metric that we're gonna track is your price point. We don't really track your price point per se, but you just have to have one fixed price point, right? You're not gonna have $500 for this client and 1,000 for this client and then 2,000 for the other client. No, you're gonna have one price point, right? How many deals you close, right? And when we say deal, right, we want to define term here. When we say deal, guy, is actually money transfer to your bank account, right? This is not people saying yes to you and call me back tomorrow. This is not that, right? And we talk about sales call. We're talking about Zoom call here, appointment book, lead, and effort. Effort is like the amount of outreach that you send, right? If you run ad, there's probably not much effort there. But if you do 100 LinkedIn outreach, that is 100 effort of unit, right? So let's go ahead and go into our tracker sheet and reverse engineer everything, okay? So we make this tracker sheet for you guys, so then you have a tool to actually help you track everything in place. So we're gonna start off with my goal, right? It's very simple. How much, everyone gonna be different here. This is just an example, right? So how much income revenue do you want to hit per month, right? I wrote down 20K here as an example, and I put $2,000 as my price point, and the table spit out 10. You're gonna need 10 clients per month to hit 20K per month worth of price point, right? And you could change, the only variable here is really your income goal and your price point, right? So if you put, like, let's say I put $10,000. If my price point is at $10,000, I only need 2 clients to actually hit 20K, right? So that is why having a high price point is so crucial, because if you, let's say you're selling something that's $200 a month, you're gonna need 100 people. You need to sell to 100 people, and if you spend like 1 hour each, you're gonna need 200 people, like 200 hours to actually close a deal, right? We obviously explain that in the foundation, right? To actually understand the hybrid model, which is having a high ticket solution up front. So we recommend anywhere between 3, 4, even 5K. We're going to teach you how to be able to charge people that in the sales conversion and crafting your effective pitch, but high ticket is the way, and 3, 4, 5, even 6K is possible, right? So we're going to put 6K, we're going to need 3 clients. So we're going to go back to the number, which is, I think, $2,000, which is going to be 10, right? And then you bring that 10 number up to this table, which is the target that you want to hit, right? And then it will break it down to week, day, and all that stuff. And I think that's also changed. You change it to 5, right? You know, everything is automatically calculated for you. So it's really silver, like really feeding and silver giving you in a silver platter, if that makes sense. So yeah, so if you change the number, everything change. You bring the number over here, and the math here is that if you want to work backward, right? I even give you the equation. If you want to work backward, you want to get the starter number and divide it by the rate. For example, step 1, client equal 10, closing rate equal 20. So 10 divided by 20% is 50, right? Just pull out your calculator and do that, right? You're not dividing 10 by 20. You divide 10 by 20%, right? Percent. There's a huge difference. You're not divide 10 by 20, right? Just make sure that you keep that in mind. So I'm putting a rate, all of this rate is industry benchmark. Obviously, once you do this for a long time, you want to put your own benchmark in there. You know, if you really, you know, have, like, if you're really good at sales, you probably close 50% or 40%. But what you see here is industry benchmark. So we'll work backward. If you close at 20%, it's gonna be 50 demo that you have to make. So that's mean in a 70% show up rate, there's 72 booking that you have to make. So that you've got to call up and book a 72 appointment, and with a booking rate of 30%, you need to actually make $240, right? $240 or like lead coming in, right? Lead or dollar, really, that's make more sense if you, right? And so lead is pretty much people that reply yes, and then you gotta call them, right? And yeah, there's obviously nuance like pickup rate, non-answer rate, voicemail rate, and SMS text rate. But those are the nuance. We just want to keep tracks of the KPI that is more important. You know, and then effort is normally 10%. So that's mean if you send like 2,000 outreach, right? You got 10% of that replying, and then you got 200 replying positively, wanting to actually take it further, and then you get actual 72 booking, so on and so on. Hopefully that makes sense. And the reason why we have this column into months and day is because that into days and weeks, is because it will help you make stuff a little bit smaller, right? Because at the end, if you see like 2,000 effort of outreach that you want to do, is a lot, and you can't really do it all in one go anyway, because you know LinkedIn and Facebook and Instagram have restriction, right? You can't send that many. That's why we want to break everything down to weeks and day. And if you look at it, you only need to make 100 outreach effort a day, right? So it's really more digestible when you actually break that down to days and weeks number. Now, the next table is to actually make sure that you have accountability. But let's just do some housekeeping here. The graph dashboard really just give you visual. You can see like up and down between months. And on the tab here, we have January until December. So this will work all year round. And when you're entering a new year, like 2024, what we did is we just make a new copy of the sheet and clean out all of the old number, really. So if you want to use this, go to copy, file, make a copy, and you can get it as your own. Right, so it's very easy. Let's just show you guys how it works. So we come to January here. The dashboards and all that stuff is not working right now because there's no data, right? So we start January here by week 1, and then we go week 2, and then we go week 3. Now you can notice here I have a table calling being and mindset, just measuring what's my certainty. I actually define what that means. If you want to read into that, energy, mood, sleep, and mental and physical nutrition and habit, and also my sleep score. I use this Aura ring that helps track my sleep score. You know, my weight, my diet, and all that stuff. I always believe that, you know, the reason why I do that is two things. I want to keep my health tracking and my business tracking in the same sheet, so I don't have to open two different sheets, right? That's number one, is efficiency. Number two, I believe it related, right? I want to see trends of my health, like where I don't sleep good, and then I can see my number going down in terms of my business sales. So it is actually not quite. It have a direct proportional relationship between health and business. So it's good to have both of them in the same sheet and have graph that you can see. And in the first week, I think there's 4 or 5 weeks in a month. You know, we just put 5 weeks, but not every month have 5 weeks. You just fill in from week 1, Monday to Sunday. We got LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, cold call, cold email, and ad. And we have sales, which is conversation, booking, demo, and close, right? So let's say on Tuesday here, I'm doing 50 on LinkedIn, right? The amount of people reply is 2, right? And I'm going to do 100 on Facebook, right? Actually, you can't do 100 on Facebook. Let's make it more realistic. You can do 50 before getting banned, and 3 reply. Yeah, you need to define term. It's pretty much just effort and reply. And we do 60 on Instagram, and then you know, 5 reply, and then, you know, for cold email you could probably do like 200 or maybe 300, because that's on, you know, the scaling end, and then you get 10 reply. Right, this is just a made up number I'm making up on the spot, and I'm running ad right now. We're doing ad on a weekly basis, not on a daily basis. Let's say ad this week we have 50 lead coming in, and 25 of that reply, right? 20 of that reply, okay? And yeah, the total, well, I'll show you how to actually calculate the total. You can see the total on a weekly basis, up, down here. Like, this table have been fully manufactured and designed, like, so you can track everything, right? It's amazing here. You can see here all of the total is on here, right, on a weekly basis. And let's say from all of that, I'm having, let's say, 30 conversation. From that 30 conversation on the phone, I probably book 20, and from that, you know, like 10 show up, and I'll close 3. All right, so closing of 33%, right? And yeah, I have another one of this in case you have 2 closer. But yeah, I just have 2 tables there, but you only need to use 1. Let me just show you how they all work together, right? So we're talking about January here. I think that was January. You can see total here, 52, right? And then you can see the monthly effort. So all of this is add up, right? From cold call, from ad, from all that stuff. You're gonna have, like, that means you actually put an effort of 700 unit, and you get 70 people showing interest, which is about 10%, which is sound about right? So all of that can be add up, right? It's like all add up, and it's total everything in this green column, right? And you can see here also on the sales effort, this is marketing, this is sell. We got 30 booking, 20, and 10 demo. The one we just put in, right? But if you put in like on more date, and it will add up, right? so you can like really see, and you can see all of your rate here. You can see that's a 30% close rate for the ad. That's 40% rate. You can see the rate here, which then really helped you cross-check that with your roadmap. Sorry, with the roadmap above here, which is, are we close? Are we above or below industry benchmarks? It's also helped you with that as well. But the most important thing that I want to show you is that the red table, which is showing you the cost, right? Very important that you understand the cost of acquisition, right? So let's say ad here, we'll spend that $100 on ad. It should work. All right, you can see that the cost, the lead cost and the reply cost is so low, because remember we're putting in ad here 50 lead and you got 20 reply. In reality, if you only spend, sorry, I'm keep switching back to that roadmap board. In reality, if you only spend $100 to get 50 lead, right, and 20 reply, this is the cost, and it's really, really cheap, right? So you actually can see all of that, and it's like so good. Like that table have been designed and manufactured so you can keep track like that. All right, one of the things I want to point out is that you can actually getting a hard cost, right, for every channel, right? This is really advanced. You guys probably, if you're just starting out, you probably don't need to do this, but this is really advanced. This is for people that doing like 10, 20K or even 30K. If they want to know their cost per acquisition, which is how much to actually acquire one client, you can put hard costs into everything. Let's say LinkedIn, if you're doing it yourself, you're doing LinkedIn outreach yourself, how much time do you spend? You can allocate yourself, you can allocate the amount of monetary value to that. So if you spend 2 hours on LinkedIn, right, and you allocate, like if you think you're worth $20 or $50 an hour, you can calculate that back to a hard cost. If you're hiring a VA, right, then whatever you pay the VA, you can put it on Facebook. If you have a VA doing Facebook, and then software costs, running cold email, you should include it, everything all in there, and then it will calculate the cost for each channel, so then you know which channel to actually focus on the most. But the best part about this is that it have cost per acquisition, right? Once you actually enter everything in, you come here, you go up to the green table, right? You can see here, this is the total cost that we spend in marketing in this month, right? And this is the total cost for conversion, total cost for booking, total cost for demo, and this is the total cost per acquisition, right? So that's the marketing spend, and then that is divided by the amount of people closed. But you don't have to worry about the formula; it's all done for you. So that's mean you actually spend $200 to get each client, because this month we're closing 3. Remember, we're putting 3 in here, right? We're putting 3, right? So that we spend $600. I keep missing the thing. If we spend $600, we get 3 clients, so that's mean $200 per client to actually acquire each and every one of them, right? So when you know that, if you're charging 4K, right? So that's mean you can work backward. You can actually keep spending money on the system to actually, as long as it costs you $200 to get a 4K client, just keep spending on the system until it breaks, right? That's how you calculate number. And I'm sorry if you really beginner, this might get advanced for you. You don't need to do this. For beginner, what I recommend, you just have to track your effort and actually check that with your accountability body or myself, right? That's what you need to do as a beginner. Just track effort. You don't have to worry about cost for now. This is for more like a high level thing, right? So we just cover tracking sheet and reverse engineer, right? So let's go into the 4-way of lead generation, right? This 4-way, it can break down to warm and cold, one-to-one and one-to-many, right? And I'm going to explain each and one of them and give you a little bit of example. But we obviously going to go through that in detail in the actual module, right? So warm outreach is for one-on-one. So this is like sending a message to friend, family, anyone that is in your contact list, anyone that heard and seen you or know you before. Cold outreach is a one-on-one method to people that never heard of you, never seen you, never know you before. Content is one-to-many. So the people in your network, which is your LinkedIn and Facebook and Instagram. If you post content, you can reach many by just one post. Um, and paid traffic, just pay Facebook, pay Google, pay YouTube, and get seen by many for those who haven't heard of you. Really much just that, right? So this is the example. Like I mentioned, people that never heard or seen you before, which is friend, family, LinkedIn, or IG network, or people who actually view your story. Outbound is any form of context to list of stranger who doesn't know you. So cold call or cold email from a board list. Um, long form content, long form YouTube, short form reel, and story post. So these are just example, right? Paid traffic, YouTube ad, IG ad, even collaboration like IG shout out, right? Not it's paid traffic doesn't even necessarily translate to ad. Like if you do collaboration and you pay an influencer to shout out your name or your brand or your offer, those are still paid traffic. It's just not ad, right? It's more like influencer marketing sort of category. So why do you need to know about this? Because each method and each platform are different, therefore it needs to be repackaged carefully to maximize the result. We'll cover each possible method, both free and paid, in this module, right? Alongside with script template and SOP. So, you know, the video alongside with this module will cover you both free and paid method, right? There's many ways to skin a cat, so we'll try to cover as many as we can, at least the one that we have experience with. But you actually can find so many other strategy to actually generate lead, like outside this course, right? So make sure this is one of the things that the more you do, the better you get, and the better the outcome is. Like if you want to get client fast and if you want to get to your goal fast, make sure you do as many method as possible when it comes to lead generation, because volume speak, right? This is like, we have one offer, one price point, one niche, right? This is just like the one, but when it comes to lead generation, many, like as many as possible, and it's all funnel down to like one, right? If that makes sense. Um, for warm outreach, what we like to do in terms of messaging, like this is an example of repackaging, right? So let's say our lead magnet is 10 free appointment. For warm outreach, what we do is that we just saying, hey, we're reaching out if you know any real estate agent in your network who want 10 free appraisal appointment in XYZ area. So this is an indirect ask, and I like to do that with warm outreach because it's your friend, family. It can be a little bit awkward, so you could just say, hey, do you know anyone who need this? So you're not asking them, you're asking if they know anyone, right? So it's an indirect ask, and it worked really well. For outbound, people, they don't know you, so you need to get straight to the point. You gotta say, hey, found your profile, saw you in XYZ area. I'm currently looking for a good agent in the area right now to take 10 appraisal appointment completely free of charge. And make a short video explaining how our AI system could potentially help you do that. Would you like me to send it over? So obviously this is not a script video, this is still an example. We'll have a separate script video to actually show you the amount of like how to actually fix your scripts also, and how to craft an effective script. These are the difference between warm and outbound, warm outreach and outbound. So content, you just post it on Facebook like this. The people are comment are your lead, all right? And you can also make a video as well, right? This is the video that I make. Paid traffic is just running ad like this, right? So action list, sorry, not strategy yet. So strategy is to actually do as many as possible, right? Volume negate luck. There's no such thing as too many lead, right? You will watch and implement lead generation method. This generate as many as possible, and you need to know number, what required, input and the output, right? Input is what you put in, output is the result you get, right? If you're complaining you don't get appointment, if you're complaining that if you're not making money, first thing I do is to ask you to look at your input, right? If your input is like 0, 1, 0, 1, like that's the answer. Like that's the answer that you need to see, right? You need to do 100, if not 1,000 on a monthly basis to actually hit your goal, right? So if you know anything you know that everything has a cost. So the method we're going to show you both free and paid method, but just know that they both still cost you. It's just that free method will cost you time, paid method will cost you money. You just need to accept that fact. There's nothing is free, right? So action list here is that you need to download the KPI tracking sheet, reverse engineer your goal, know your number and what's it take, commit to yourself and your accountability buddy, wrote it down, stick it to the wall somewhere that you can see every day. You can, obviously your accountability buddy could be someone you know in real life, could be your family member, could be your best friend. Most importantly, could be the people in the community who are going through the same journey as you. So make sure that you post in a group looking for accountability buddy, because you're also going to be providing them accountability from your end as well. You want to watch all the lead gen method in the course and identify which one is your primary and secondary method. Now, I said that you should be doing everything, but you should be picking one as like your primary, right? So you should be doing everything, right? Like that is correct, but like you should have like cold call is your main one, and you're gonna put like 80% of your energy doing cold call, and the rest is just like on the side, right? You should still have one primary channel, and you can pick that based on your experience and your natural strength and your existing team member. So if you come from a sales background and you're not afraid of getting rejected on the phone, obviously your strength is cold call, then you would know your primary channel is cold call. If you come from an e-commerce background doing drop shipping, obviously your strength is running Facebook ad because you've done Facebook ad before. So you could just decide on primary channel and secondary channel based on that. Right, so this is the worksheet. What's up guys, it's Biko Kang here. In today's lesson, we're going to talk about building your list. Now, if you actually know how to do this right, you would have unlimited lead. It's just the way it is, right? This is the beginning of lead generation, is by having a list that you can monetize, aka name, phone number, email, address, and other whatnot, right? If you know how to do this correctly, you would never run out of lead again, right? We're going to show you many possible ways. We're going to cover the list you own, we're going to cover the list you own, the list you borrow, the list you buy, the list you ask, and then profile funneling, right? So let's get started. We're going to start with the list you own. Now this is very basic, very simple one, but you cannot overlook it, okay? Because if you have an expensive wedding tomorrow and you try to invite as many guests as possible to cover the cost, who would you ask, right? You gotta think about it this way, right? So look inside your contact list. Those are the lists you own: family, extended family, colleagues, friend, or network. Those are the people that you can ask for your wedding. The reason why I mentioned wedding in the question is because it's a personal thing. These people would have heard or seen you to be able to come to your wedding, to be able to care for your wedding, right? So these are the people that you can reach out to. Like I said, I covered this before. I like to use indirect ask, right? It could be a little bit awkward to ask them about business for some. So, hey, do you know anyone who want to, and then insert your offer, right? Or your lead magnet, okay? Who want to get guarantee 60 appraisal, who want to get guarantee 60 teeth whitening client for free, something like that. Yeah, so that's what indirect ask is, okay? The list you borrow, we're going to move on really quickly here. The list you borrow is the people that you have connection with on a social media platform. Not necessarily social media, just on platform in general, right? So you're talking about LinkedIn connection, Facebook friend, IG follower. Now, the reason why, so hang on, messaging this group can be limited to each platform restriction limit. So you can message, Facebook, X amount of people in a day, and different from LinkedIn, different from X, different from Instagram, and different from TikTok. I don't even think you can message people on TikTok. So every platform have different rules. You just need to get back to that. So the content of the script is going to be covering in the next video. So look out for that, right? Which is the outreach scripts. They are the audience you borrow because they don't belong to you. The moment you break their rule and the platform ban you, which is happen all the time, you're gonna lose all of your friends. So make sure that you want to funnel them down to a list you own, right? So we're going to show you how to do that in a sec. More interestingly is the list you buy. Now, it's really not that expensive. This is the one that I recommend, guys. Your Facebook network and all your thing, the list you buy is probably like the most easiest one, right? So there's two ways to do it. There's black market list and the white market list. We're gonna go through that. A black market list is data mining. So you can go to Upwork or Fiverr, right, or any freelancing website. Say, looking for email, name, phone number for X in country. Sorry, let me just fix that. In country that doesn't have a website yet, right? So looking for real estate agent in America who doesn't have a website yet. I put a bracket on this one because it's optional. You can, you know, scrape or not scrape, include or not include that. That's up to you. 10K list minimum would be good to include postcode, city, and other information. So you put the job post for 10K, but mostly people will get you like less than that. So yeah, so you can include postcode and other information as well, depending on where they scrape it from. If they Craigslist and Yellow Page and all that stuff will have some information, but you can include a lot of stuff in there, or you could just really just make an effective post that describe what you need. Really, approximately it would cost you $80 to $100 per 5,000 contacts. Right, that's the last time I checked it. It might change if you're watching this video, like in the future. Yeah, the last time I did it was a couple of years ago. So it was for, I can't remember. It's like it was really not that expensive. You're talking about like $100 under here. So really recommend that you go for a data mining from a method from freelancer. The other one is that you can subscribe to a software like D7, or you can go to GHL prospecting tool, right? Or you can go to any other software in the marketplace like Gorilla Lead. I see a lot of software like this that offering you like just straight up name, phone number of local businesses near you. You can also use GHL prospecting tool as well. Just go to the agency setting and just search hair salon in your city, and you can see they will generating report and all that stuff. They're more like reporting, they're more like generating report rather than get actual contacts. So but there's many other software in there. As long as you have the money and you're willing to pay, there's many other software out there, right? D7 is just the famous one. The other one is data mining DIY, right? Do it yourself. So you can go to Google. I'm going to show you how to do that. You can go, let's say I'm going to Google, I'm going to search Instagram.com, quote unquote, hair salon, Gmail, probably not the USA, try that, just without the USA. You can see here, and this is also work with TikTok or Twitter or X.com or, Facebook.com. I tried it before. It's pretty much just, make sure that your VPN is on. So you can see here, I'm getting a lot of Thai business owner. I definitely don't want that. Definitely want to have, I said make sure your VPN is on, right? And you can replace Instagram.com with TikTok.com and whatnot. So make sure that if you're not in the US, or if you want to scrape lead outside the country you're in, make sure that the VPN is reflective of that, okay? And then what you want to do is download this Chrome extension, right? This is the one I have right now. And what that does is it's actually quite easy to use. I think there's an instruction there. Just really download it and actually start scraping the page, right? And they actually give you an instruction here. Click here, and then just do a few things, and then you can actually scrape. So what the bot do is that it's gonna run through every businesses that listed on here and scrape all of their Gmail account, right? You can see here this Gmail account. This is their Gmail account. This is, sorry, Instagram ID. This is the Gmail account. So that's gonna be your list and all that stuff, right? The software is free for like 500 in a month. If you do more than that, you have to pay them, right? I believe there's no affiliate link or anything like that. So just go out and play with it. The reason why I'm not going to show you how to actually do this, because there's so many other software scraping tools. Like you don't even have to use this one. There's so many ways. It's just most important part is that you use this code, right? So, Instagram.com. quote unquote niche that you want to go in, and quote unquote Gmail. I'm just going to take away the country. I don't think the country will give you a good result. So might as well use VPN to actually get the targeted country, right? So let's move on to buying a white label, white market list, right? So that is actually the best way to do it, and that's what we've been specializing on, is running paid ad to actually get people to opting in and get their agreement saying once they put their name, email in, and we have a checkbox saying you understand that you're going to be marketed to through SMS and email from our company. So this is the most proper way to do it, and we specialize on it. So it's just running paid ads through an irresistible offer, an irresistible lead magnet, right? So yeah, it's really just as simple as that. White market list is just running paid ad to it. So we'll be covering that. We will cover this in launching ad lesson, right? For God's sake, this autocorrect is killing me on the launching ad lesson. So now we're gonna go through the list you asked, right? So the thing here is that never assume anything. You need to be asking people everything, right? Never assume that they're gonna say no, they're gonna reject you. You need to ask to find out. So the list you ask is actually finding influencer, business, or organization, right? Organization who have your audience, right? For example, e.g., my audience is real estate agent. People who have my audience are the following, right? Admin of a Facebook group, so admin of a real estate Facebook group, mortgage broker. They deal with real estate agent all the time. Organization that train and graduate real estate agents. So those could be school that real estate agent go to, right? IG page that have real estate agent as follower, YouTube channel that have real estate agent as viewer, more and more, so on and so on. It's just like, think of like many way that real estate agent, many organization or contents or influence, like a newspaper that cater specifically to real estate agent, or software that cater specifically to real estate agent, right? As long as there's no conflicts of interest, right? And the next thing you want to do is find the person who's in charge and create a win-win-win situation. Now I'm putting 3 win because there's a win for you, there's a win for them, and there's the win for the audience, right? Now this is an example, right, of creating a win-win-win. Is guarantee a risk. All right, so if your lead magnet is guarantee and risk reversal, it won't work in this scenario. You can't go to the big guy and just say, oh, I'm gonna do work for you and we're gonna guarantee you thing and thing. Like, they're not gonna take that. It come up too salesy, and it's just too much of a high stake for them, because they have, like, if they have 100,000 audience, and then they not gonna take your guarantee word for word, right? Yeah, so that's why the way to win these people is to make sure that you must offer genuine value and work up front. Alternatively, you can also pay them to promote your offer directly, right? So this is an example that I craft out. I will do work for you up front. If I get result, you will allow me to promote the same offer in the group. So this is one way that you put work up front. So you gotta put work up front, either giving them free trial to the software, or free trial to the service, or free trial to something, right? If they like it, they will promise to promote you they will allow you to promote in the group, right? I would do all the work with split 50-50, right? So it doesn't have to be a lot of work up front. If you have the testimonial, you have the thing, and you're willing to split 50-50, right? So or it's just straight up, I will promote you and pay X, right? So you don't need to do anything, they don't need to do anything. I would just pay them money, all right, and count it as advertising cost and write it off as a business expense, and actually just pay them X, right? There's infinite amounts of scenario here and opportunities, so just be creative about it, right? So I guess if you're just starting out, my piece of advice is to do A, right? I should include that in there, right? If you're just starting out, just do A, because you actually need to actually gain their trust, and most likely you probably can't afford 50-50 revenue share. And even if you propose that, no one's gonna accept it, given that you know, you don't even have testimonial, right? They're not gonna burn their audience for you, right? So do the work up front and have them do the work up front for them first individually, and then just put all in, like work and get result for them, right? Um, so that's, I mean, like generally the list you ask is more like an intermediate level. If you're just starting out, you know, you can just start out with the list you buy and the list you own first, which led me to the next thing, right? So if you can't see this graph, I'm gonna like zoom in here and make sure I'm not blocking anything. Um, the goal of profile funneling here uh, is to actually is to increase the conversion from any other traffic source to the list you own. That's pretty much is that, right? Which is email, phone number, list, right? So this is the map. I just want to zoom out here and just showing you the map. So you got buy, ask, and borrow, the list you buy, ask, and borrow, and you want to really funnel everything to a list you own, because alternatively that is more long term and that's more beneficial for you long term. Like it's a long term game plan. Um, so social, so that's the strategy. So how do we do that? We're gonna start there. We're gonna start with our social profile. Now each platform is different, right? One other way you do it is just directly look at my profile, because my profile have been fully optimized in all platforms. I actually, you don't need to pay anyone to do this. It's super easy, guys. Like really, you know, just go into look at other competitor, like what other people is the same level of you is doing, right? Having a social and also using my social media profile as a benchmark, right? I guess I can spend time breaking this down for you. Let's just like spend some time break down a few elemental thing for you guys. So if you look at here and I go to view as if, right? View as, right? You can see here, have a clean profile photo. I'm always posting on my story so people know like this guy is a genuine person. Have a cover photo that doesn't block anything, and have call to action, and have exact like one sentence or one line of what I do, right? And like, you know, and it have like a link, like call to action link, right? And with Facebook, it's like, you know, every platform is different. You can pin one video, and I just pin my introduction video here, right, on Facebook. Okay, on Instagram is going to be different. I'm going to cover more on Facebook, Instagram, because that's what I use every day. Um, Instagram, like you can see here, cover photo is the same. The name have blue check mark. I got my follow and all that stuff. I also got one line and just one link. One line and one link. And that link is not a Linktree link. I don't think Linktree would do any good there, because it's just really, you got to have one thing for people to look at, right? So, and with Instagram, you can save a story. You can have like result here, and you can have FAQ, you have story, and I have a little bit of personal stuff going on there, like fight art and dancing. Really, what you want to do is just that you want people to see, like when people open, it's like this guy is a real person, and he's been around for quite some time, and he's been helping people. And on the other hand, like like people know exactly what you do, and if they interested to find out more, they could just click on the link. They know what to do, right? That's why I said free link in the course, link in the bio, right? Sorry, free course link in the bio, right? So there's people know what you do, and then they know what to do if they're interested, right? And with Instagram, just take some time and make like save your story as highlight like this. Facebook doesn't work that way. One thing that I want to touch on, is I want to go to Canva, right, and actually show you guys how to actually get the cover photo and all that stuff, right? So show you about the tool that I'm using, right? I'm using Vesta. There's a lifetime version of it, right? So, you know, I was doing that. It's very similar to Canva in a way, but this one is really easy to do, right? So if I go to, it's create.vesta.com. I'm pulling Canva up because everyone know Canva. So I'm just going to, how do I even create a new page, right? I want to show you guys from scratch if I can. How do I actually create a new page in here? Let's go template. go home, and go to Instagram post. And we're gonna create everything from scratch, right? So we are going to take this one, right? It have to be somewhat professional photo. We're gonna take this one, right? Right, it's Instagram. And we want to click on remove background and just really wait for it. And then you want to go, in the meantime, you want to go to background, and you literally just pick color. And I would pick like bright color and stuff in there. It's really just that, right? And you know, as I stated here, right? PS, I'm only active on Facebook Messenger. So if you get access to all this link and try and message me somewhere else, I probably won't reply. So I just went through the breakdown. So hopefully that makes sense. The reason why we're doing this stuff, right? Because it make a huge difference, right? First rule: no shirtless, no shrunken, no outdated photo. You don't want to put a photo of you 10 years ago, guys. Come on. And you go to canva.com or you go to vista.create, remove background, add bright color. This make a huge difference if you comment or like someone post. Because if you actually get this, right, this is a very scrapey one. If you get that, you have it in your Facebook, and you have like, I'm sure you've seen other people doing it. Like when someone comment or something, it makes you really want to click on their profile and look more. And then they will go to your, they will go to your like, your funnel, and then they will opt in, give their email, and they will become an audience that you own, right? So PS, you can use this in your email signature as well. So just making this creative is not just for the Facebook or Instagram profile, but you can also use it for your email as well. So your email signature as well. So keep that in mind. So what is the action list? The action list is to compile a list that you own into one master list. So if you have like, you know, like your contacts on an iPhone, and then you have it in your PC or whatever, just put it all together. So you have like one master list, and then you want to organize a list of group organization that you can ask for partnership proposal. Again, like just think of the organization and the people that have that have your audience. And you want to optimize your profile, and then you want to move on to the next lesson, which we're going to teach you about the outreach scripts, what to say to those people. What's up guys, it's Rico Kang here. I'm super excited for today's lesson because this is what's gonna make or break your lead generation campaign, right? By having an effective script. I'm gonna show you multiple ways to do that, because let me get this straight. No amount of copy and paste script will work, right? Even if it work today, it will not work next month, because it will get fatigued, just like ad. Right? So it's like putting the same ad on TV and again and again and expecting it to like increase your conversion. It doesn't work that way. If people see it too much, like they will get used to it, they will get numb with it. So you need to come up with many creative ways to fix, tweaks, and even change the script a little bit. We're going to tell you how to do that. So in today's video, we are going to cover the actual script itself, right? The one that we use, the breakdown of those scripts, why it works, and using ChatGPT, the AI assistant, to actually help us with our outreach. And the VSL scripts, which is stand for video sales letter. This is a little bit advanced, so if you're just starting out, you probably don't need to do that, but we'll just show you anyway. We're gonna give you bonuses and action lists in this lesson, right? So just give you a little bit of proof here. We actually use these scripts until this day, and it's actually worked, right? Here are the proof, right? Appointment book on our calendar. So the script itself, there's two versions of it. We're gonna show you the first version, which is called the arrow message, which is a direct response. It's like when you're shooting an arrow, it's just straight hitting the point, like straight through the point, get to the point, right? The workflow of it is message, right? You message somebody, you're wanting them to reply yes. We're optimizing for yes, right? As long as we get yes, this is what we're optimizing for. Which is what we're referring to us in our tracking sheet. We're referring to as a positive response. Then they go into a phone call, then they go to a book call, right? So someone rang them up, which is you or your appointment setter, and then they schedule into your calendar. So the structure is that, hey name, we have an irresistible lead magnet. One more information, reply yes or no. This is what the arrow message means. Just straight to the point, yes or no. All right. So remember this, guy. When you're writing your scripts, people want fast, cheap, and easy. Direct response message is all about maximizing your response rate. So if your message come off easy, cheap, and fast, you will get a lot of yes. Just keep that in mind. So version 1, hey name, we're looking for an established insert niche who want another lead source. What we do is that we use AI to generate and qualify inbound lead, right? So all you have to do is take book call. The best part is you only pay if you get result. If you like more info, see how this works, reply yes or no, right? So let me just first of all, you need to replace this with hair salon, and you need to replace this with their ideal work. So let's just change this to dentist, and their ideal lead would be teeth construction, right? Retainer and all that stuff, because those cost $1,000. So you need to know to have one niche and have an ideal job for those niche, right? Ideal lead for those niche. For real estate agent, they want seller. So if I put real estate agent here, I would put seller here. If I put dentist here, I would put retainer here. Teeth retainer, right? Or teeth whitening. If I put beauty clinic here, I would pick plastic surgery. The high ticket service that they want. You should know what they want, right? So let's go to a little bit of breakdown. So fast, cheap, and easy, right? So something fast. Let's start with something easy. So the best part is all you have to do is take book call. So that sounds really easy for them, and it's appear to their desired outcome. The best part is you only pay if you get results. So this is more on a cheap scale, right? All right, this completely risk free. We'll teach you how to frame that in the lead conversion and the lead nurture. But you want to be in the initial message, because they don't know you, and assuming this is for cold outreach, right? Cold outbound, assuming that they don't know you, you want to just make as big of a claim as you can, as long as it's still quite true, as long as you can back that up in a sales frame and a sales call, which we're gonna help you do that. But this appeal both fast, cheaps. Fast mean just reply yes and you get it straight away. That's mean fast. Pay if you only get result. That's also cheap, which means it's minimal risk for them. And all you have to do is take book calls. I mean, it's easy. So this message, just 3 lines, appear for that 3 desired outcome: fast, cheap, and easy, right? Variation 2 is just a similar thing to that. This is what I mean. You need to be coming up with new variation, right? We're looking for established insert niche in area who can take on 60 to 100 more ideal work, right? So, gym membership or anything like that, anything that they want, all you have to do is take book call, which is easy, and just reply yes or no, which is fast, right? Best part is commission based, right? I just want to show you different variation of it so you can come up with your own. We're going to tell you how to use AI to do that. Variation 3, sorry, we're looking for established niche to hand over 10 free appointment with ideal lead too. So all you have to do is take good care of them, right? Again, fast, cheap, and easy. We use AI to qualify, no string attached, which is cheap, right? There's no risk there, and reply yes or no, which is really fast, right? So, all right, now that you understand the breakdown, you understand the psychology of crafting this script, right? How are we going to use AI and ChatGPT to help us? I have got you covered, my friend. I come up with this list, right? This is the list that you want to take a copy, and it have ChatGPT prompt, and it asks them to give us 10 variation of the following email and direct response script, right? And we'll give them all the instruction, which also explaining the audience and the benefits and all that stuff. And what we do is that we'll give them I think 8 scripts, right? 8 script like that. The script that I just write out, 8 script that we use in the past. And what ChatGPT do is it's gonna give you a lot of variation like that. So let's go ahead and do this, right? So we'll go to ChatGPT. I happen to have ChatGPT 4.0. So I'm going to use that. Obviously 3.0, 3.5 still work, right? And we're going to use this thing, right? We're going to go, we're going to copy everything from here, go all the way down, right? And this is like silver plating it to you guys. All you have to do is just copy and paste, right? So I'm just going to Control C and then Control V here, right? So we're just gonna go right here, and ChatGPT, it's just great 10 variation script 1, right? Script 1, hey there, you're looking to be B2B business, get appointment. Our process is sugar simple, right? Reply yes or no, right? So obviously ChatGPT will give you like 10 different scripts. So like there's no excuse, guys. Like it's so much opportunity and so much possibility here. So you want to be testing out which one work better based on the response. And your friendly AI assistant is here to help you. So are we, right? So just keep the script. Obviously, we don't have to wait until it's finished, but you get the point, right? It's just going to generate you 10 more scripts based on the 8 script that we've given them, right? So let's get back to the lesson, right? No script will work for every niche. So that's why this video is not say this, copy and paste this, and your business will work. It's not about that. If like no course will teach you that. If they do, they probably don't know what they're doing. But no script will work. Even if a script work, it will stop working in time or at a time. So that means if it work right now, it might start working in a week, in a month, or in a year or so. Or if it work right now, it might not work at the time you're watching it, which is a year from now or 2 years from now. So the future, the winner is always innovate and test. That's what I see in past result of my student. They're always creative and test and march forward first. Now let's get to the second variation, right? This is what we call the VSL method, right? The video sales letter method. And the workflow is very similar, right? We're gonna message them. We want to wait for a yes, and then we send them a video, and then they would ideally book a call. Like not everyone will book a call. We're gonna have some loose lead there. Let me just see if I can draw on here. Not everyone gonna book a call, but what we can do is that we still phone them and we still get them to book the call. So it's pretty much very, very similar to this one. We still phone them either way, but there's just gonna be a lot less phoning to do because there's a video as a bridge, as a gap, as a bridge to connect the gap. So the structure here is that, hey name, we have an offer. I made a 2-minute video explaining the detail. Do you want me to send more information about it, right? So the only difference is instead of putting reply yes or no, right? Reply yes or no, we just put I made a video. Do you mind if I send it over, right? Do you mind if I send it over? Do you want me to send it over, right? Just like that, right? So let's just go through the breakdown. Nothing changed here except for the call to action, which is the ending. So instead of yes or no, yeah, I already mentioned that. The goal of this video is to build rapport and pre-nurture the prospects before talking with you in person, right? If people got an email of you saying like reply yes or no, they don't know what you sound like. They don't know if you're local in Australia like them. They don't know if you like also Asian like them, right? If someone like I get a lot of response from Asian real estate agent, they say, all right, even if they're Chinese, they're not like the same race as me. There's sort of like a little bit rapport seeing someone that is from the same look, the same race like you, right? So if people can see, hear, and actually know you, see how you speak, they will trust you way, way more, especially seeing your face being professionally in front of the camera like this, they will trust you way more than actually just reading a bunch of text in email or Instagram. Do you know what I mean? So the video also will explain process that you don't have to repeat. So the thing that I hate before I implementing this is that every time I'm on the phone, they always ask like, oh, how does this work, right? And I find myself, why am I like, I keep saying like, I'm having phone call 10 times, I have to repeat that 10 times. I could have just say the process on the video, which also demonstrating my value, right? So yeah, so the video could be custom or personalized for each video, for each reply, like a website audit or social media campaign audit. So if your message said, hey, I just saw like a bunch of things you can improve on your social media campaign and your website. Do you want me to send a video over? In that case, you probably have to make a personalized video, so each video is going to be different, right? But at least the one that we do, we don't need to do that. You could just make the video one time and just keep sending it. But the one with personalized reply will actually get more response, right? So this is what the message look like. It's the same thing. We're looking for established insert niche to hand over 10 free appointment to see. All you have 10 free appointment to hand it over to. So all you have to do is take good care of them. We use AI to pre-qualify and book them all day for you. The best part is there's no string attached, right? I made a 2-minute video explaining the detail. Do you want me to send it over, right? So one guy is doing it to me, right? And I think it's very clever. So we're both in the cold email. What are you doing cold email right now? I can set up a system to send 30, 60K email per month for free. No setup free, no upfront free, no retainer, pay per performance. I promise. You can sign at least one or more high ticket every day. May I send it over a 2-minute video on how it works? And I reply okay, and then he sent me a Loom video, right? So obviously, you know, he didn't make me a personal one, but it's very clever, and like, you know, just want to show you guys what other people is doing. So make sure that when you actually do this and when you get traction, you're gonna get DM from people like this all the time. Open the code DM, open code email, see how other people are doing it, right? So his message obviously appear with fast, cheap, and easy, with no upfront, no retainer. And you know, even the 2 minutes appear in the fast sections. 2 minutes really fast, right? So you can get to it in 2 minutes, right? Again, his video was not 2 minutes. His video was 7 minutes. I watched it all the way, and it's 2 minutes. It's just a figure of speech here, right? So let's get to the script. So first, you want to be addressing the niche, right? So real estate agent in New Zealand or Australia. So, or you know, whatever niche that you're targeting, just want to address that first. And you want to get specific as possible, like, you know, in Australia, New Zealand, or in actually in New South Wales, or in Sydney or something like that. Give me until the time this timer run out. I'll show you how to help ABC get XYZ result, and 1, 2, 3 get 4, 5, 6 result, right? Just upfront, like front load your testimonial or your professionalism. Like the next thing that they want, once you get their attention, the next thing that they want to know is that why should I listen to you, right? So if you don't have any testimonial, you could just say something like your experience, like, look, I talk with like 100 of business owner like you. So like those are quantified number that show your experience. Look, I went to University of Ohio and I finished 4 years of business degree, right? So it's something along that line. If you don't have testimonial, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. And the best part is it's risk reversal, right? So you can say, I help this guy get A, B, C, and the best part is, right, there's no string attached. The best part is you don't have to pay until you get a result. The best part is it's 100% satisfaction guarantee. Something along that line, and then you will help them with the logical bridge. We'll go over to that in our core offer creation with the logical bridge, but pretty much you need to explain to them, right, how does the whole thing work? Like you're making this big claim, like guarantee getting them X amount of lead, X amount of sell. How does it work? Like you're gonna have 1, 2, 3 step, right? So yeah, so you're gonna go ahead and explain that, and we're gonna cover that in our sales conversion, which is the pitch creation, and you're gonna be using that in a sales call anyway. So once you create it, and a lot of people, and you pitch it to a lot of people, and you get people saying yes, this is where you actually put it in the video, right? So, and then after that, you want to be finished with a call to action, right? Make sure that people have incentive to take action, right? That's the outro, really. Finish with an outro. So, there's a couple of ways you can do it. You can playing with frame, good if you have a lot of testimonial or result, saying now if you know, like you know everything, right? I just show you the step 1, step 2, and step 3. Now you know everything. You can choose to do everything yourself, no hard feeling, or work with an expert who already have done it, right? Who already have done it, right? Or you can play with scarcity, right? Look, so obviously we can't offer this forever for long to everyone, so we're closing this up after 5 agents is on board, after 10 agents is on board, so be quick. So you can use that. It's good if you have a free trial or trial. So it's like you're offering free services to say, like, we can't offering that to everyone. Or you can just do that with a bonus, right? Good if you have a lot of knowledge and resource. So for the next 5 people who take action in the next 48 hours, I will do something that I have never done before. You're gonna get access to yada yada yada. On top of that, you get yada yada. But here's the crazy part: you also get yada yada, right? So there's a couple of ways you can get people to take action at the end. We try all of it, guys. So really, it worked. Like, honestly, all of them will work. Just have a good logical bridge and a good hook. That's what I would say. Let's get to the bonus, right? This is for people who actually struggling to make video when they're just starting out, right? So we want to give you our result, right, folder. So if you click on, let's say, real estate agent seller, you can use now remember how I said if you don't have result, you have to tell about your experience. Like if I have 4 years in schools about business degree and all that stuff, we're giving you this so that you want, like, ideally you want to have result instead of other thing, right? So we're giving you result. You can just use this and share your screen and show, look, this is the result we get for real estate agent, right? We also have solar and jewelry, buyer and seller for real estate agent, right? Those are results that we screenshot. Just keep in mind for the date, you don't want to be showing people screenshot from 2020 or 2019. Just make sure that the date is there. I actually show you when I first start, right? This is a bunch of video that I did, and all I did is I just, like, this is before I have any testimonial. All I did is just I show them the result that we get for our client. You can watch all this video.
Hey guys, if you want,
Yeah, so you can watch this video at your own time. The link is there, but pretty much I didn't have any testimonial. I just use screenshot of lead that I get for my client at the time, and there was like only one guy there. So yeah, just like now, even if you don't have client, you have zero, you can just use the screenshot and just do this version when I first started, right? This is the more mature VSL, right? You can just watch that at your own time. This is where I actually have a lot of editing on it and actually explain, like, there's more copywriting. It's private owner. I'll probably fix the link later, guys. But like, there's a link in Google Docs. Like, it's more video editing and more animation and more visual on this VSL. So make sure you check that out. It's give you a framework on how to shoot it. Anyway, so you want to see the trend, right? Each of the video is getting better the more I do it. So this, yeah, I think there's a timestamp attached to it, but like this VSL of 2020, you also can see VSL that is at 2022 and 2023. You can see it's increasingly getting better each time because I do it more and more. It's repetition, right? So let's get to work, right? Normally, if you want to use, you can use loom.com and use PowerPoint, Slide, or Google Docs. Just the way I'm recording this video, I'm demonstrating a point and teaching you a point. So you want to do that, but way more quickly and with less detail, right? Because if you give them the detail, they wouldn't book a call with you. If you give too much detail, they would not book a call with you. Please don't do that, right? And if you want to have a page that hosts this video, you obviously don't need to. You could just send them a Loom link, like just like that guy did, like the screenshot guy. But if you want to host a video and run paid traffic to it, right, we have all of the website and all of the template ready for a VSL, right? So make sure you check out our lead to actually get access to that. So bonus number 2, guys, is I want to give you our lead follow-up scripts. Now, when you send outreach or cold email to somebody, they may not reply on the first go, right? So you, depending on what software you use, you can just set a second email follow-up or third email follow-up. This is what I like to use, and it worked really well for us. Say, let me know once you enroll, or maybe once you book. Change that to once you book or enroll. Once you book, right? So I can send you all the bonus. And then people are like, oh, what's bonus? Then they reply like, what's bonus, right? Remember, you're optimizing for reply, you optimize for response. So that's actually get them to actually reply to you. And then if they still not booked, just call them, right? Remember our workflow, right? And then say, hey, his name, Vico asked me, yeah, this is more like appealing as my virtual assistant. Haven't seen you in an onboarding call, can't wait to give you all the bonuses during the call. So are you coming, right? And number 3, you could just show them a screenshot of result, right? Like this guy's make X amount of money from my program. Hey, how you been? And then have like little emoji, and then you have a GIF, you know, a little GIF, depending on where you follow up people on. Obviously, you can't do that. I don't think you can send a GIF on email, but more like Instagram and all that stuff, right? You can send a GIF of like sad, crying face and all that stuff, and then have first name question mark. So this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is like 7 follow up already. This is our bonus to you as of the follow up script. So your action list is to decide whether you want to do direct response or VSL message. So you need to pick one. I don't recommend doing both of them at the same time. You need to craft your outreach message, and if you need a one-on-one help, I'll be here to help you. So make sure you book the call, and let's talk, right? What's going on, guys? It's Vicos here, your very own GoHighLevel Ninja. In today's video, we're going to talk to you and actually show you a step-by-step guide on how to do prospecting on Instagram, organic prospecting. This is part of our social selling series, so make sure that you subscribe to the channel to get notification on a video like this, and make sure that you hit the notification bell as well. Okay, so before I actually dive into it, I want to actually make some expectation to be clear on one thing, that doesn't matter what you're prospecting in right now, even on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, TikToks, whatever platform it is, it really doesn't matter that much. It's all about the offer and the message. To make sure that you actually have the right coach and have the right mentor to actually help you sit down with you one-on-one to actually craft that message. Otherwise, you're just going to be coming off as spammy, you know, it's just unsocial, you know, just really bad messaging, and it's not going to get you a result. Like, this tactic is not going to work if you have bad message and bad offer. So if you actually need someone to actually sit down with you, make sure that you check the link below. We offer a free consultation to actually help your agency craft that offer. Okay, this is our Instagram profile, right? My personal Instagram profile. Make sure that you actually follow that and actually yeah, just say hi. Right, so this is my Instagram profile. We're just going to go from the start. Okay, I was doing some research beforehand. So that's your Instagram profile. Make sure that you don't get distracted by the feed. It's very, you know, very distracting. So the first thing you do is you go to the search, right? And you want to write your niche and the city, right? So we the word that I searched before this video is Melbourne real estate agent, right? So you want to write the city and the niche, right? So you can write California dentist, right? Or you can write Texas chiropractor, right? So you can test having the name in the front and then the city in the back, or the city at the back with the niche name in the front, right? But we're just gonna go ahead with Melbourne real estate agent, right? Pre-written, and you can go to tags and accounts and place, right? That's probably like the most 3 popular place that you want to go to: tag, place, and account. I find that account get the most result, right? Okay, and the best thing about you know, Instagram is that once you actually go to an account, and you know, the first thing you do is obviously like follow them, and it add a recommendation, and it just do all of the work for you, which is like fantastic, right? So it do all of the work for you. So you can just, all of this lead is actually your lead. Like, your lead is most likely similar to what you search for. Okay, so like, these guys for sure real estate agent. Okay, so the first thing you do is that you come to the profile and you want to like the first you know, the first 4 picture of the most recent 4 posts that they have, right? So you're gonna go start with 1, right? Come here, like 2, come here, like 3, come here, and like 4. And on the 4th picture, you want to be checking, right? Just send you a message, right? Please check your inbox. Okay, you want to be commenting on the 4th post. So what happened is that once this person opened their Instagram account, they got like 4 or 5 notifications just from one account, right? And that make them really curious on what that's about. So they got like 4 likes from you and 1 comment in their 4 posts, right? And then you want to go ahead and message, right? The strategy to message them about this is like just like Facebook and LinkedIn. If they don't follow you, they're not going to be able to see your message. So it's crucial that you actually go ahead and just do what I just mentioned, like the profile and comment on the 4 posts, right? So that will get their attention to check their spam inbox, okay? Yeah, you should mention spam inbox also. And on this one, you should leave a voice note, right? Instead of like write a message, okay? So the reason, the strategy behind that is it's very strategic, right? With a voice note is now they're forced to open it because it's just like what they see is just a voice note length, right? So they have to force themselves to press play, and then they can hear an actual human. Now, if you want to do that at scale, you want to actually have a generic voice note. So instead of saying like, "Hey Robert," I would just say, "Hey mate," or "Hey brother," or actually brother wouldn't work for like a female one. So I would just say something that was originate. I say, "Hey there," or "Hi there," and then after that, after you have that voice note, you can just forward and forward and forward and forward and forward. So you want to leave a voice note in a way that get them replying to you, right? And this is part of our actually, the whole messaging and the whole offer thing. Having the right message and having the right offer at this stage is very crucial, okay? So if you actually want our scripts in terms of doing that, we actually have a training video about that. I will leave the link about now. Right, so if you click on the next video that I'm just linking now, but watch this till the end so it doesn't hurt the algorithm, but we'll make sure to leave a link to our script training video, right? Anyway, so the script will be like, hey mate, just saw your Instagram profile, really nice looking profile there, just wondering if you do appraisal and listing inquiry, right? So without like dragging this video too long, it's a psychology and explanation onto how the script is work. Again, the video is going to be up there, right? Make sure you watch that video. But instead of just DM them or texting them, we just translate that to a voice note. Now they're forced to open it, and the message is so enticing, they will have to be replying to that. And that's it. After that, it's a matter of just booking the call and actually take them through your sales process. Okay, guys, if you like this video, make sure that you leave a like, leave a comment, say that it's going to be helpful for you. It's really going to be appreciate helping our small growing channel. And if you have any questions, leave it in the comment, and we'll look forward to connecting with you on Facebook or Instagram like this. But I'm mostly active on Facebook. Anyway, we'll see you on the next one. What up guys, it's Vico Kang here. In today's video, we're going to cover the free method for Facebook prospecting. Now this is something that I personally used when I was just starting out. We don't really use it this much right now at this time of our agency, but it's really good for a beginner because it's free. And there's so much potential when it comes to Facebook just because they have Facebook groups and all that stuff, right? This is one of the things that TikTok doesn't have, that Instagram doesn't have, right? LinkedIn have its own group, but it's not really the same. So we're gonna cover the targeting, two-step posts, and group collaboration, right? And this is probably one of the advanced one, which allow you to leverage a lot of factor, because if you get this right, you actually can get access to 10,000 or 20,000 warm lead, right? So we're going to start off with the first one, right? The targeting. So first you want to make sure that your VPN is on, right? Because what we're going to do is that we're going to search chiropractor in Sydney, right? And if you're a virtual assistant or you're actually not in that location where you want to find people, it can be troubling because Facebook will show you local businesses that is in your actual area, right? So we personally use ExpressVPN. It's a paid service, and I'll turn it on to Sydney, Australia, if I want to target real estate agent in Sydney, right? And I'm just gonna go on Facebook and refresh that. Just want to make sure, the VPN actually started to kick in, and it showed that my location is actually in Sydney, right? This is really good for a virtual assistant or anyone that doing it for your employer, right? And by the way, before we get into it, I want to show you, like, this is really real-time example here. I'm just posting a story of me working out here. When you actually do Facebook prospecting like this, you want to be posting personal stuff, right? You walking your dog, you working out, you with your mom, you with your dad. Now, it's just that you want to post some business content like I do, right? And then post a little bit of you eating out with your friend, all that stuff, and like a little bit like this is just my personal journey of how I recover from my knee injury. But like you want to, like when you're actually reaching out to people, the first thing that they do, they will check into your profile. We'll actually cover this in profile funneling, but I'll just go through it again. They check in your profile, see if this guy is real, this guy is legit, and this guy is an actual person. So first of all, yeah, you shouldn't have your logo on your profile. You should have a real actual person. And if someone said, look, I'm a private person, I don't want to show people my stuff, I don't want to show people my life and my family and my friend, well, like grow the fuck up. Right? In reality, if you want to make money and you want to make this work, you gotta look like a real person. And why would anyone be willing to pay them? Why would be anyone willing to get on a call with you, let alone being willing to pay you, given that you so close up and you're not willing to share your personal life, right? Because they need to share their card information with you. They need to share their trust with you. You're asking trust and information from them. You need to actually open up and give back. That's how the world works, guys. It's a two-way street. The more you give, the more you get back. Just it. If you like shy or anything like that, you just have to get out of it. Like no one care. There's like a billion Facebook profile, right? So we're gonna search real estate agents. Real estate agent in Sydney. We can do Australia, but Sydney would be more targeting. And one thing I want to go through is there's actually 5 things that you can go through. You can go through people, page, groups, place, and events, right? And these are all of your hot lead, right? So we're gonna start off with people, right? And you can see here, I've been I have 5,000 friends. I'm friend literally with most of them, just because, like I said, I do this before, right? I'm friend with most of the search results. So you want to come in here and add. Now, the trick is that real estate agent, they're very connected, right? The more mutual friend that I have, the more likely I will get accepted. So it's really gonna be a snowball effect. If you have 5K friends and most of your friends real estate agent, of course they're gonna accept your friend request, right? And these are your lead, right? And you can filter them based on city as well, or anywhere, education and workplace. It's pretty much like quite targeting, I'm friend with them, and once they accept your request, you can go ahead and send the message. Now, when you actually request, right, you don't even need to wait. You can just send a message, just like the Instagram strategy, right? If you want to send, let's say Peter talks here. I actually know this guy. You don't have to wait for them. You can just say, hey, right, hey, and if you want them to respond, yeah, I think Facebook blocked me right now for doing that. If you're doing too much, right, Facebook will jam you on that. If you want to get their attention, you just hey, check your request, right? I'll just request inbox. I got something there for ya. So again, we'll make it like a real people, like saying yeah instead of you. If you want to get their attention, you just like multiple of their posts, right? You don't really have to wait for them to accept. Really, I personally do that, but just to be safe, you can wait, right? So you can see here, I'm friend with most of them. The next thing we'll go to is page. Now this is not people, right? And you don't need you don't need for them to accept your friend request or anything. You can just follow, and actually just go ahead and message them with your outreach message that we cover on the last lesson, right? So just go ahead and message them. You also can target them as well. You can see right here. Next thing is groups. Now this is the big one because group is huge, right? You can see here each one of them have thousands and thousands of members, all up millions, right? All up millions of potential people that you can talk to about your services or your offer, right? See, real estate agent, real estate for sales. I'm sure real estate agent would be on here. The same thing, you would just click join join, and if they have some sort of question asking you, are you a real estate agent, I just give them that white lie that's saying, yes, I am a real estate agent. And most of them, they don't really read the answer anyway. You know, property rental, small group like this, even like public group, I don't really bother. I'm really going for the big group, right? 20K, 10K, 5K, right? Real estate Queensland. This is probably like the most ideal one. I mean, like we obviously covered this in the building the list here. If you go and you get accepted, these are going to be your primary lead, right? You can just go here and add them as friend, and they're more hyper targeting. Add them as friend, same thing, and you can message them, like their post, and get their attention, right? I actually know some of these guys because I talk with so much real estate agent in Australia. Next thing is place. Place is similar to page. You know, we're just gonna go back here. Place is very similar to page. You can see business here. It's literally really very similar to page. You can see here, you can follow them and you can message them. Oops, this one is a bot. You have to get started. I think Facebook is definitely banned me at the moment. Couldn't stand. And then the other one, the last one is that you can go with event, right? Event is this, right? And this is a little bit controversial, right? It's depending on niche. You know, some niche like real estate agent probably doesn't have too much an event, but if you in a niche, you could see the networking event that you can go in physically, you know, like drive your car and go in physically. But event is one way to actually get your lead as well. As you can see here, real estate agent in Sydney doesn't have much event that we have to go off it, but that's depend on location, industry, niche, and people. So definitely don't get distracted by Facebook just like that. It's always giving you notification. Just make sure that when you come in here, that's your intention, you should focus on prospecting, right? So there's not much to go in with events. You can filter with popular friend, online event, paid event, all that stuff. But that's what I normally use to mostly getting lead from them and make contact. So that is Facebook prospecting when it comes to targeting, right? And again, snowball effects, just keep doing it until you get to 5K friends like me here. And it would be very unlikely for people not to listen to you now that you actually have follower and you verify with Meta as well, and you got 5K friends, right? So yeah, friend here, yeah, nearly 5K, right? So the next one is what we're doing, a two-step post. Now, if you never heard of it before, people might call it a different name, but I'm sure you as hell that you've seen it before, right? This is the greatest way to test your lead magnet before launching an ad. So when you craft your lead magnets and all that stuff, right, giving people a free trial, a free website, or a guarantee of some sort, you don't know if it's gonna work. And the one way to actually do that is to go out to ad to Facebook and pay them money and pay Facebook money and let Facebook give you the feedback. But if you do it organically, like a content wise, you don't need to actually pay money to do it, right? So I just make a 7-minute showing how to. I'm looking for XYZ. Just comment in below and I send it over. I'm sure you've seen posts like this all the time on Facebook if you're actually active on Facebook, right? This is actually exclusively on Facebook. I never seen it on TikTok. I never seen it on LinkedIn. It's very common on Facebook. It's like really a Facebook thing here. So don't get discouraged if your post doesn't get engagement. You just test your lead magnet for free. So if your post doesn't get engagement, that means you probably like your lead magnet is not that good, right? I'm sorry to say it, but probably it's not that good, and you actually can test it for free, right? You don't have to spend money to actually to get the result saying it's not good, right? No one can have good lead magnet all the time, right? Even Apple and Amazon, they fail all the time with every time that they try the test, right? So for this to work, you actually have to have at least 2K friends, right? Full up your niche, so start adding, right? So if your post doesn't get engagement and you only got like 2 friends, well, that's a different story, right? Please don't take this out of context. Don't worry about your real life family or friends. So if you post a lot, if you have friend like me, around in your actual Facebook, just know that they are not the one paying your bill, right? You need to be posting, you need to be adding, you need to be posting video if you want to get good at this. And it's also a skill set that you will grow. It's a muscle that you actually grow over time as well, right? So this is just example, guys. I'm just gonna give you like some zoom in here. So this is like my friend here. She just, it doesn't have to be like creative copywriting or anything like that. Just did a full YouTube video showing how to build a gorgeous landing page from scratch, step by step. Who want to see it? I bet you she's selling her software. Like she's either selling ClickFunnels or GoHighLevel, right? Because she will make a tutorial video on how to do that. You can see here there's 122 comments in like 11 hours, less than a day. Less than 24 hours, she got like 100 comment plus, right? Now you can see here, this is an old post of mine, 479 comment, right? And this is another old post. I think I have a couple more, but I'm only, have the opportunity to actually scroll back and look at this too. This is like 700, right? So, and like, like this one just says, seriously, if you haven't watched our free training of how we book 50 to 100 appointments per week, you're freaking missing out. It's a YouTube video. There's no opt-in or anything. So I'm just sending them YouTube video. This one, just wondering if you haven't got your hand on our LinkedIn SOP, you probably can. Yeah, I think you can see that. And then, yeah, I'm just giving people my SOP. I've got like a lot of people saying yes to it. Right, so coming back to original site. So yeah, like that is the two-step post. Just try. There's no right and wrong, right? If it get engagement, it's right. If it doesn't get engagement, it's also right. But in a way that you know that not to do it in the future with paid ad, right? So the other one is what we call the group collaboration. We went over this on the other lesson quite a bit, but I want to go over it again in a little bit more detail. So number one, you want to join a high potential groups. You want to engage and provide value in the community and befriend one of the admin. I'm going to show you guys how to do that. I'm going to go to another one of the real estate groups that I'm in, right? And I'm going to go to groups, and I'm going to go, right, this one's like 300K. But it's public. I'm looking private. Anything that is private is normally more, more better. Like private group is more better. So I'm just going here. I'm gonna like the post. I say like, I read it like I'm looking for solar. If someone just posts something, I just keep it up. Like, good job, bro. I'll just like engage with them. Tell me, and I'm just like try to engage and. Maybe I make some posts as well that give value to the groups, how I generate lead on Facebook. But most importantly, once I do that and people start to see my face a lot, which is one of the things why you have the purple profile. So like your profile is appealing. You want to be like really befriend one of the group admin. But in this case, it's just pages for some reason. Right, admin, right. I know this person personally. She's really famous. So I'm just gonna like her post and I'm gonna send her a message. And this is what we actually gonna do, right? So there's 3 ways we're gonna go about it. There's actually more way, but like this is the 3 suggested way. We want to offer free value up front. So if I have a free trial, free website, free any thought, I said, hey, we're pushing out something at the moment. We want to give it for free to the group to provide value. In fact, I have done some sample for you. Would you be open for something like this, right? You need to really craft this personally. I mean, this is more advanced, really, guys. If you don't have testimonial and you like brand new, I don't think like the admin will even like consider this offer because they really value. Yeah, this is her. They actually really value like they really protective of their member, if that makes sense. So if you give them everything for free and you have like no testimonial and like you're just starting like yesterday, like they probably say no to you either way. So just wait until you got like a couple of testimonial. This would work for a smaller group. You're just offering a revenue share 50-50 or just pay them directly to promote, right? I'll give you a little bit of scripts here. Number one, just go, hey, are you the best admin to do some collaboration for XYZ groups, right? Until you get a yes, and then say, cool, and then you actually pitch your offer with the group collaboration, either using 1 or 2 or 3 of this thing that I mentioned, right? There's no word-of-word scripts. You just have to craft your own offer. It's just like the lead magnet as well. Like craft your own lead magnet that make it appealing for the group admin and creating that win-win-win situation. Win for you, win for them, and win for the member, right? This is more advanced, like I said, but I just want to put that in because it's part of Facebook as well, because it's, the Facebook group thing. Anyway, this is for Facebook prospecting for the free method.
Hey guys, my name is Stu James from Influential Processes. In this video, I'm going to be partnering with GoHighLevel, Kickstarter, and Vitco Kang to show you how to set up your own automated email lead generation system that will generate at minimum of 30 leads for under $300 a month. So why should you listen to me? Well, it's very clear and simple. This is a very affordable system that generates you at least 1 to 2 leads a day, and you could even scale this up to 10 leads without even breaking the bank. The beauty of this system is it gives you direct engagement with your ideal client. There's also personalization involved with it. There's extremely high ROI. The metrics are trackable, and there is brand visibility, and the conversions are through the roof. So if this all interests you, please sit back and I'll take you through the specifics of how the system works. Hello, Stu James here again, and I'm going to help you set up your automated email lead generation system that will generate 30 leads per month for under $250. And this system will be fully operational in less than 20 minutes, so set your timers. So why should you listen? Well, this is going to be easy setup system. Like I said, it's going to be less than 20 minutes. This is going to be a highly affordable system. You're going to be in direct engagement with your ideal prospects. This system is going to allow for complete personalization. So your message is going to be in the hands of your ideal clients or prospects. There's going to be extremely high return of investment. All the metrics are going to be completely traceable. We're going to see our message land in the inboxes of our ideal clients, and we'll be able to quantify and see which campaigns are running and be able to scale from there. There's going to be an easy follow-up and lead nurturing sequence that is completely automated once we get everything set up. And the campaigns are going to be easy to optimize, easily optimized based off of those results. Okay, and this system is going to be highly scalable, like I stated before. So who is this system for? Well, the system is for outbound and prospecting for B2B leads. This system is for individuals that want an affordable lead generation system, and they don't want to have to worry about ad cost of like Facebook or YouTube or any other social media advertisements. This system has extremely high ROI, which we're going to get into great details, and it's going to be very relatively simple to set up and a 6-step setup, so you'll be able to hit the ground running. This 6 steps just entails picking your niche, setting up the email hosting, setting up the outreach campaigns, obtaining and verifying your leads, and then setting up the campaigns and just implementing and monitoring the campaigns. If all of this sounds foreign, we're going to get into the systems. There's only really 2 softwares that you're going to need to purchase, and I'm going to take you through it from A to Z, how to get it set up. And what you need to take in mind is the kind of number that you're hoping to have each month. So with the next incoming steps, we're going to be talking about domains and how much numbers and how much leads you want to obtain. So this is just a general rule of thumb of how much leads you could expect when you start to run your campaign. So if you want to get at least 30 leads a month, we highly recommend at least 5 domains. And I'll get into that in greater details later. If you want double that amount, then you double the amount of domains by 10. And if you want even more leads than that, and so forth. So once again, I'm going to take you into the system shortly. So in order for this system to work, we're going to be using a software company known as Inframel. The reason being is I found that this software is highly easy for us to get it set up, and it only literally just takes 2 steps. So once you're here, get started, sign up for one of the 2 plans. There's going to be 2 plans. You could have an agency pack, or there could be a starter pack. I believe the starter pack is only $100 a month, whereas the agency pack is around $300. So it depends on the number of outreaches that you really want, or if you want to white label their services. So make sure that you use the affiliate link somewhere below this message before you get started, and then it's simply just sign up and get started. So when you're logged into the system, this all seems complicated and probably convoluted, but it's a very simple system. So once you sign up for an Inframel, it gives you the ability to be also affiliate link. This way you're able to promote and make money from each time somebody purchases from your affiliate link. So be sure to be able to sign up for that here in the rewards section. However, to get started we would need to pick our domains. So generally the domains is going to be roughly close to whatever your company name is, but seeing how we're going to be generating tons of domains, I highly recommend that you put your name, and dependent on your service, put what your service is, .com, and generate your domains that way. So all you have to do is simply say create and just pick whatever it is that domain that you need for your company. So in my case, my name is Stu. I would say Stu Marketing Agency.com, and seeing how it's available, I can make that purchase right now. And that's all I would need to do, and the system takes care of itself. So I could buy this domain, and I will buy it. And once it's set up, it does all the registering of the domain itself, which is basically is performing the hosting for our domain, which is going to live inside of Inframel. And it does all the hard work and lifting for us. We don't have to do absolutely a single thing. It's going to add the tracking and all the DMARC and all the fancy things that we need to always allow for it to end in the inbox. So here we're going to have to be tracking the domain in separate platforms. There are 3 currently. However, I highly recommend one that we work closely with, which is Instantly. And what it will do is it's going to generate a CSV file, which we'll be able to save and upload to Instantly, which is where we're going to be getting our leads, and we're going to be checking out inboxes. So I'm going to say set, and just let it work in the background. So with each domain, I'm able to get at least 2 accounts. My first account I'm going to use as my personal name. So every time somebody responds to my email, they're going to see this username, and so I'm going to use my name, Stu. I'm going to create a second one from the same domain, and I'm going to say support, because it's an easier email for me to create, and I can even create a third one if I need to. So Stu's.support, and I could create 3 accounts from one domain, which is a very beautiful thing. And I could let it generate the passwords for me. You can always check this in the background, but don't worry about it. Just create your accounts now. Okay. We're going to skip. All right. And generally, I highly recommend you tagging this to whichever redirects that you have in mind. So if you wanted to redirect to your personal website, I highly encourage you putting a redirect here. But if not, you could just simply skip it for now. And it's going to generate the CSV file. And I'm going to save that, and I'm going to head over to Instantly. And what Instantly does is it warms up your email accounts, because before we even get started, we have to allow our domains to go through a 2-week warming up period, because we want to make sure that your message is being delivered to your prospects. So one of the biggest things is making sure that your lead list is clean and scrubbed and has, which means that it's been identified with being an actual legitimate email, and that your email account have been warmed up, which are common terminologies used in the industry. So I'm going to log into my Instantly account. And as you can see, I've been using the system for some time now. Okay. And all you would have to do is say add. When you first jump into the system, you're not going to see any emails. It's going to be completely blank. To use Instantly, it's only $100 a month, and I think it's 150 if you want to get your leads from a source. And this will pull all the leads you need, and it will verify them for you. This way you don't have to use any other lead sources at all. You'll be able to warm up your accounts from here, and these two softwares, Informal and Instantly, are the only ones you need. So in this scenario, all you have to do is say add new, any provider IMAP SMTP, and then you would pick the bulk import, and this is where you would dump your files from earlier into the list. And it already sets everything up for you. So all I would have to do is just upload my list. Go back to my accounts, and it should be all done. It's that simple, people. Under 20 minutes, and I already have my email accounts set up, and they're almost ready to go. Remember, you have to give yourself at least a good 2 weeks before you could begin emailing from your accounts. However, there's a few extra steps that are needed to get everything set up properly. So I'm going to try to head over to my domains that I just picked up. Okay. All right, so here's one of the accounts that I just picked up. All right, I'm gonna head over to the settings. That's fine, that's fine. You want to start your daily limits off to be 50 emails. You don't want to exceed more than 50 emails, otherwise it'll start to fall into the spam. And one of the biggest issues with email marketing is deliverability and making sure that it falls in the right inbox. So then we're going to also say use custom tracker. And right here it is Insta, and then whatever your domain was. So in my case, my domain is do marketing agency. Go back down here. Good. All right. Everything looks good. And I'm going to set it up now. I can save it. And everything's verified and you're good to go. And then once that's set up, then you could hit that little flame to enable warm up. And like I said, allow for at least 2 weeks before you actually start your email campaign. And then watch, rinse, and repeat the same process for all your domains, depending on how much number that you obtained. But this system actually works, you know. In my scenario here, you could easily see that I've sent like a total of almost 20,000 cents. My open rate is around close to 24%, and my reply rate is around 1.3, and the opportunities that I've had, and this is for me selling $1,000 a month service. And if I wanted to scale up from there, I could easily scale up from there. And I was only running a few campaigns here, so the system actually works, people. I got this all set up in less than 13 minutes. If you want some more information on how to get it done, please follow, like, and subscribe, and we'll be able to get you that information to get you all set up properly.
Hey guys, my name is Urslan from LinkedIn. In this video, we are partnering up with GoHighLevel, Kickstarter, and Wiko. Here today, I'm going to show you how you can automate your LinkedIn outreach. At the same time, if you want to send cold email outreach through multi-channel campaigns, you can use LinkedIn for that purpose. Let's start with a quick intro about LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is a cloud-based solution where you can automate pretty much everything on the LinkedIn side. At the same time, you can automate cold email outreach as well. To get started, we have 3 different types of campaigns. Network campaign is specifically just to warm up your account. So if you're just starting up the outreach for the first time, it's highly recommended to warm up your account for 3 to 5 days, and then you can move towards the targeted campaign. That could be the flow campaign or the sequence campaign. Let's start with the flow campaign. And let's go back to LinkedIn. Let's do a quick search over here. So let's say we are looking for the 2nd degree and the 3rd degree, maybe looking in the US. We are looking in, let's say, IT sector at the moment, and we are looking for the CEOs. The title feed here, you can do the same search over the Sales Navigator and on LinkedIn Recruiter as well if you are using any of those. Once you're done, so here we have the list of all those CEOs. Once you're done with the search, all you need to do is that copy the URL from the top, go back to LinkedIn. Here you get to select your LinkedIn account. You can select your LinkedIn account. That could be Office 365, G Suite, or any email account you have. You can get it connected over here. And then we will paste the URL over here. This URL will show you, pull down the data from LinkedIn, from LinkedIn, and then you can start the campaign and automate the process. We have predefined templates available over here. So let's select this template and it will pre-populate the existing flow. This is not something you need to create from the scratch. Let me quickly walk you through how the flow works. So on the top level, we have the filter leads where system will pull down the data from LinkedIn based on the provided URL. Then we are sending a connect request with a connect note here. You can make use of all these dynamic placeholders in your messaging. Then we have the list of triggers available over here, and here we are using if connected trigger, where we are waiting up to 6 days for system to check if the prospect has accepted the invite or not. If yes, we have two scenarios here. If the prospect accepts the invite within 6 days, then we are sending 3 follow-up messages here. And if the prospect do not accept the invite within 6 days, then we have another scenario in the no part. With the yes part, when somebody accepts your request, we are sending another follow-up message that goes out with the subject, with the content here. You can also include PDF files, images, or GIFs as an attachment with the message. Then we are checking for the reply and 2 follow-up messages down there. In the second scenario, where we are, if the prospect do not accept the request within 6 days, we are sending an email. We are checking if there is an email address inside the prospect. If there is, we are sending an email with the subject line here and the content here. Then we are checking for the reply and follow-up email down there. Lastly, we are sending an email. So email, there is a difference between message and the email. Email is something you send on LinkedIn, where when you're not connected with somebody and you want to send them a message, LinkedIn call it email. And when you're connected with somebody and you want to send them a message, it's message node over here. So for all those people who have the sales navigator, you can send up to 100 free emails a day. Or comparatively on the free LinkedIn account, the count is very low. You can put the subject line here and the content here. Then we have then we are checking for the reply and the follow-up email down there. Here we have the integration, so we can turn on our integration. We have HighLevel over here, so we have native integration with HighLevel, where you can put the whole system inside HighLevel as well, or you just have to put on the API key in order to push the data to HighLevel. It will send contact details, company details, conversation tags, and the notes. And also it allows you to trigger different workflows based on the tags we have inside the system. Here you get to select your trigger. So let's say I want to push the data when somebody accepts my request. Based on my selection, system will push the data to HighLevel. Let's move to the next section. So here you get to see the active campaigns we already have running. You get to see the stats of the campaign. Let's dive into these campaign. Here you get to see the analytics of the campaign. Here we have the list of the leads within this specific campaign, and we can filter them down based on the replies received. You can see all the details about the prospect over here, the designation, email, phone number, company details. You can remove the prospect, add to blacklist, pause or move between different campaigns, or pause or resume the automation on a specific prospect. Here you get to see the activities happening. You can add reminder in the notes, and here you get to see the conversation going on. You can reply them right from here as well. And here we have the tags. Based on these tags, you can trigger different workflows on HighLevel. Then we have the scheduler inside each campaign. You might be reaching out to the multiple regions where you have your targeted audience. So you can have a scheduler inside each campaign. Like in this campaign will work New York time zone, 8 in the morning till 18 in the evening, as it's a cloud-based solution. So it doesn't matter whatever your current time zone is and wherever you're in the world, your campaign will work as per the New York time zone. So all the activities like connect request messages, emails, that will go out in the New York time zone 8 till 18. Then we have the settings over here. You can turn on and off different settings right from here in regards to, and also for the HighLevel part, we also have the campaign tag. So if you have a specific workflow, let's say you have a use case where you're sending emails through HighLevel, then you can trigger you can assign a campaign void tag as well, and when somebody when a data is pushed to HighLevel, this tag will be sent as well, and based on this specific tag you can trigger a different workflow on HighLevel directly. If you want to see the conversations or manage conversation here on linked camp, you can We have the Unibox where you get to manage all the conversations on a single place. Let's dive into, so here you get to see that the conversations that are going on. You can send predefined replies right from here. You can assign tags, add to blacklist, you can pause or resume the automation, or filter down the conversations based on different filters available over here. And here you have the list of different accounts. You can switch between different accounts and check out the conversations. Then we have the account section, which allows you to connect your LinkedIn and your email account and adjust the daily limits for how many invoice messages, emails you want to send each day. At the same time, I can quickly show you the other type of campaigns you can run. You can also run you can also filter them down, reach out to your existing connections. So if we talk about the connection level over here, second and third degree means the people already connected with you, and the first degree means, second and third degree means the people not connected with you, and the first degree means people already connected with you. So you also have the option to run a message campaign reaching out to your existing connections. In that case, you will select first here, and the other scenario where you want to reach out to connect with the people or send them in emails, you can also run you need to select the second and the third degree over here. Other than that, if you want, you can also run post campaigns, group campaigns, and event campaigns. So you can filter them down based on the different groups or the events happening nearby. Join the events, and then you can run the campaign on them and pull down the data where you can do the outreach for that specific event or the group or the post. Here you get to see, let's back to LinkedIn. Here we have the account section where you get to connect your LinkedIn account, and you can adjust the daily limits, how many engagements you want to do each day. Here the profile engagement means how many you can visit the profile, you can like the post, you can endorse the skills as well. So you can do up to 100 profile engagements a day. You can send up to 50 connect requests a day. You can send up to 100 messages a day, 100 emails a day, and 50 follow. With the follow, you can follow the profile, or if you have a company page on LinkedIn, you can invite your existing connections to follow your company page. Here you get to connect your email account, adjust the daily limits, how many emails you want to send each day, put on the global signatures, and some settings in regards to GDPR. Then we have if you have the user section here, if you are white labeling the solutions, then you can put that the whole system inside GoHighLevel and get it accessed through the GoHighLevel directly. Here you get, then here as an agency owner, you would be able to see the list of all the users you have under your agency. You can log into their account, manage the permissions, remove the account anytime, enable or disable the accounts. Then we have the webhook section. If you want to set up any other sort of automation, you can set up webhooks. You can trigger different events right from here, make use of Zapier, Make.com, Public Connect, or N10 or similar tools available in the market. You can make use of them, and then you can trigger different webhooks right from here and connect with more than 6,000 applications. Here we have predefined flows I was talking about available over here. On a single click, you can load the flow, and you just have to change the messaging, and you're good to start the campaign. Then here we have the team section where you can manage your team member. You can, if you have anybody managing your campaigns, your replies, you can add them over here. You can assign, even if you are a white label or you are an agency, you can assign different accounts to the client as well, so that to your team member as well, so that they can manage those client accounts. Then we have the blacklist here where you can blacklist the prospect based on the LinkedIn profile URL, LinkedIn company URLs, keywords, and the job title, and system will skip them from the campaign automatically. We have the auto withdrawal functionality. Where system will automatically withdraw the pending request after selected number of days. In this case, it will automatically withdraw the pending request after 14 days. Then we have the integration section over here where you have to put on the API keys. We have native integration, HubSpot, GoHighLevel. Here, in case of GoHighLevel, you can grab the API key The instructions are mentioned over here. You can grab the API key from your HighLevel account and just put that API key over here. If you can put on the API key from your main agency account, or if you have sub accounts under your agency, you can grab that API key from there and add it over here. Your clients, if you have a client, they will also be able to add their own key for over here from their sub accounts. Then we have some other integrations down there as well for the personalization part. If we talk about the Whitelabel part, then here we have the agency section where you put on all the details about your Whitelabel. You can put on the company titles, color scheme, upload the logos, summary description, settings. Here you can provide your custom URL for Whitelabel stuff. Then we also have the option to connect with Stripe and create your own pricing plans. Either you're reselling it as an add-on, or it's the part of your existing offer. We have two solutions. Either you can charge, create your pricing plan over here, and then let the customer sign up, and they can, if they want to opt for the LinkedIn solution, then they can sign up directly from HighLevel, and then they can choose between the plans you have. And once the payment is charged, we take our payment. We are charging $69 whatever your payment is, or the total price amount is. Let's say you're selling at $200, 69 goes to us, remaining amount will be transferred to your connected Stripe account. Then here we have the business details for the invoicing purposes. We have some checklist videos where you some unbranded videos could be added or would be provided here as well, and or you can also create your own videos in order to educate any new customer that is signing up. If we talk about the total activity, everyday activity you have to do in the tool, so it's pretty much automate. We have the AI which will classify if the if the prospect is interested or not. Then we have the AI chatbot which will be able to, you can trade like you can train that chatbot, and it will be automatically be able to reply to your conversations as well. If you're not using the AI chatbot, then you just have to manually take care of the conversation. So when somebody replies, you have to take the conversation forward. And then if we talk about other things, we have that is the sequence campaign. If you find the flow campaign a little bit complex, we also have the sequence campaign here, where you can select the type of campaign you want to run, select the type, and paste the URL here. Again, the search we did on LinkedIn, turn on different options right from here, and hit the next option. You can select the type of campaign. Let's say here we want to connect with the people, put on the connect node, add a follow-up message, add an engagement, let's say, where you can like the post as well. Let's say you want to send like 2 posts. Then you can have another follow-up message maybe going out after 3 days. Put on the content here, or we have the templates here as well, which you can use over here. And then you can have more and more follow-up messages. We do not have some questions, specific questions I would like to mention as we are going towards the end of the video. We do not have any limits in place that how many campaigns you can run each day. So in each account, so you can run multiple campaigns, but other than that, you just need to make sure that these limits are equally divided between the number of the campaigns you have. So if you're running 2 connect campaigns, then this 50 limit will be divided between 2 campaigns. If you're running 4 campaigns, connect campaigns, then it will be divided between 4. So just run the number of campaigns which are more like give you better results, because you are not, if you're just sending out 5 to 10 connect requests a day from one campaign, it will not going to give you that much good results. But comparatively, if you have the more limit assigned to the campaigns, then you will be able to yield more results out of your campaigns. Thanks guys for, I think that's pretty much it. Thank you for tuning in. If you want to implement this tool or reach out if you have any questions, please check out the link underneath this video. And other than that, we also offer 24/7 support. We have you can check out the link and book a call with us as well. We are happy to help walk you through the product. If you got any questions, we are happy to answer that. And other than that, once you sign up, you will be able to see a little icon over here, which where we offer help or support 24/7. You can reach out to us with any queries, and we are happy to help you out. And other than that, if there will be need, we can have a Zoom call. And once you sign up, there will be a link to book an onboarding call. You can also book an onboarding call with us, and we can help you out setting up your first campaign.
Yo, what is up, guys? My name is Valentine from Instant Flow, and today we're doing something pretty unprecedented because we are partnering with GoHighLevel, Kickstarter, and Vico Kang. So you can expect to be literally learning on how to book SMMA meetings while sleeping. I know it sounds cool, but that's literally what I do, so I'm just gonna teach you the same thing I do on a daily. All right, so I'm gonna show you on how to send like hundreds of messages every single week without even lifting a finger. So you guys can get interested people that are ready to talk to you when you wake up in the morning. Pretty cool, right? And the best part is like it's pretty much fully automated. So let's jump right through it and show you a case study for a gym owner in the USA. All of this using Insta, obviously. So, hi, my name is Valentine. I'm French, and I'm a co-founder on several different companies, like marketing agencies, but also like this awesome tool we're gonna talk about, which is Instant Flow. About me, so I consider myself a nerd. I like to do like tech stuff in my free time. Most people like to play bowling. I don't. And I'm pretty much an entrepreneur, which is like a French term. We're gonna go about this in another video. I like to travel. I love food, man, and that's why I actually do automation, so I can have more time for myself and do the stuff I like while things are going smoothly. So today, let's get it right. You will learn on how to book meetings while sleeping, all for the price of a coffee. And so you can have results pretty much like this. So like last month, for instance, booked like 61 meetings. Wasn't too bad. So all of this will be done via Instagram. Why? Because Insta, according to Aberlo, has 1.4 billion active users. I repeat, 1.4 billion. We're talking, that's huge. I don't know if you can realize. So let's say even if you guys were to get like 0.1% of the pie, if 0.1% were to be your target audience, that's still like 1.4 million potential leads that you could be reaching out to. That's why Instagram is literally an amazing way to reach out to your leads. But then how do we find them? That's the big $1 million question. So I'm going to show you. There are 3 ways. It's pretty straightforward. So first, we can obviously leverage hashtags. If you guys are familiar with lead generation, you will know that, for instance, if we're going to take gyms for the whole case study of today. Like if you like, gyms will actually use hashtags. So their potential clients, people that want to do some sport, will be able to find them in their area. So we just basically can do the same thing to find our clients, which will be gyms as an agency. Like I want to sell my service to a gym, so I will find them the same way they will find their clients. First, let's say, example, if I go to Instagram on a search bar using my beautiful phone, I will find 608 posts, which are meant and made by gym owners, which I should be able to reach out to, so I can text them and try to sell them my services. Second way, we can find them through like people, we call them like industry leaders. Leaders is a broad term, to be honest. That can be a lot of things. You can find like a manufacturer, people like actually building equipments, also like influencers, people actually influencing like people that actually do have a gym, or even coaches. Every single person in the world, they need to get better at, so they will hire people like to actually coach them to get in a better version of themselves. And lastly, So for example, we got in here like fitness superstore, which if you check, they have like 20,000 followers. And those guys are like the number one UK fitness equipment retailer. So if you work with gym in the UK, for instance, you can just like check the follower list and contact all the people from there, because they're most likely to be your ideal target audience. Really simple. And that's in all the states, in all the countries in the world. And lastly, you get what it's called the post hacking. So post hacking is not really famous, so keep it for yourself. But like it's basically how to ethically steal someone's post engagement. For example, when people commenting on a specific post from like your competitor, well, those people commenting on the post from your direct competitor will obviously be likely to be your ideal target audience because they're coming from your competitor. So we could just like steal them and talk to these people. You don't know what I'm saying in here. So example one more time. If we go to Gym Launch, which is pretty famous from Alex Hormozy, gym agency. They work with gym and coach them to be better. Well, in here, I can see in one of their posts, they got like 423 likes, and people, as you can see, well, that's actual gym owners commenting here. So I could go in the like section and comment and talk to all of these people in here, because that's my audience. That's literally gym owners that are super engaged and are looking for help because they're already talking to my competitor. So yeah, that's just three different stuff. But before reaching out to them, there is one stuff. Well, your profile is not as important as you think. So this is a common misbelief that people think, oh my God, I need to have an amazing profile in order to reach out to them, blah, blah, blah. No, that's not true. You need a few things though. What really matters in here is gotta be your name and your profile picture. When you talk to somebody on Insta, you're gonna arrive on their other folder. So if you want to catch their attention, you need to have a right picture and a right name. That's literally what they're gonna see first. So that's what will make them want to open your message or not. And also a $1 million secret bonus that we got from like literally doing like thousands and thousands of outreach is like you need to have at least 100 followers, which you can buy if you want. Your bio needs to correlate your offer, but not be your offer. Nuance. Because you need to appear still like a normal human being. Let me explain, okay? In here, we have like two different profiles, both targeting gym owners. On one side, we got Jake, a normal dude, apparently, that is a fitness addict and casually helped 7 gyms last year to break over the 6-figure mark. On the other side, we got Gym Helpers Pro with this guy that looks really corporate. He's a serial entrepreneur. He has more followers, more posts, and DM me if you own business. More broad, okay? So if, let's say, those two people were to reach out to the same gym by sending this message, hey, is your gym at full capacity? Or can you guys take an extra 10 intro clients this month? Well, good surprise, Mr. Jake will win because he's looking like he could be a potential client for the gym. So the gym is most likely to open the message. Obviously, they will see it and be like, okay, cool, looks like a cool guy. People want to work with people they feel comfortable working with, not with guys that look like shark and super sharp. Even though but that's how it works now. So profile optimization done. Vico will explain you at the perfection how to do this. If you go through the modules, it has an entire library about this. All right, but now time to slide into some DMs, guys. Let's fucking go. So how to do this? You have like 2 ways. Numero uno, the first one, you can do it the old way and do everything manually, fully human. That will literally eat 4 hours a day, every single day. You can hire VAs that will be costly, and that's not going to be super effective. So yeah, that the old way is not really nice, and trust me, that's a pain in the ass to prospect manually. Second way, you can just reach God mode and go the hybrid way, baby. Let's go. Which means human plus tech. So you put them together and you get something pretty cool. We're gonna see it. So the hybrid model, you're gonna need a few things. You're gonna have like to go to the daily outreach on Insta, which is like 50 DMs a day. If you go above this, you're gonna risk your account to be flagged and be restricted, or even worse, banned. If you stay at 50 maximum message send, you will not have any issues, trust me, as long as you use instant flow, which will make sure your account stays safe. So you will need this instant flow basic version, which costs like roughly a coffee a day. And you will need to update your KPI tracking sheet every single day, so you know exactly like what your metrics are, because that's super important. If you don't know your metrics, well, you're basically like leaving money on the table, and nobody wants that. So by the end of the video, you guys will have access to all of this. Don't worry, you don't have to check it now. So let's go right ahead and show you a live demo on how to reach out to Jim and how literally I do every single day. All right. So I'm gonna go to Instagram first. That's what we wanna do. Really simple. So in here, we're gonna have a profile, boom. And what I will have to do if I were to do it manually, I would go here and just write like up Jim, Florida, for instance, up, and I can say like Jim, Florida has like 613 posts. Okay, that's people that own gyms in Florida, most of them. So that will take me 70 billion years to do this manually. That's why we have the tool Instant Flow, which is right there. So in Instant Flow, what I want to do, once I open it, so it's a simple Chrome extension that you can get from like Instant Flow extension by just typing Instant Flow extension in your Chrome. Up, go on the first link, and you can like add it on Chrome. That's it, as simple as this. Once you have it up, so we're gonna open it. It looks exactly that way. So in here, we have 4 possibilities, like I told you earlier, to target people via specific accounts, hashtags, or via specific posts. For this purpose, we're gonna just like focus in hashtags and show you how I do usually. So hashtags, we're gonna go for Jim Florida, up, and that's it. And I will just like press plus. Side note, you can add as many hashtags as you want, so your list can be extremely big, and the tool in here in itself, what it will do is just like scroll over and just like go over all the hashtags you set him to do until it's finished. So it could last for days and days and days. All right, so we're gonna do this. And before pressing start, I'm going to show you how to set your first campaign. So in here on the top right, you got your first call like settings. So I will go right there, up, and that's what will open. Once you are within your settings, you will see several things. Like in the first part in here, this is called a delay between each request. That will make sure your account stays safe. Even if you were to do this manually, you will get restricted. Thanks to Instant Flow, you won't be restricted because like this alternates the actions that are being sent. So in here, let's say if I were to put like 15 to 50, that means like every single I will like be able like to reach out to somebody from 15 to like 50 seconds, and that will be changing all the time. So the bots from Instagram have no way to know whether you guys are reaching out to them manually or via a tool. All right, so this ought to be higher, by the way, but for this demo purpose, I'm gonna put it like really low. And number of requests, right now I'm gonna put 20, but you can go up to 50 per day. That's it. Press save, up. That's it. Voila. So, oh, and by the way, this will help you if you want to connect with GoHighLevel from Vico. You can just like literally put your API key in here, and that will connect it to the message that being received from the guys from your Instagram will be transferred on your GoHighLevel, and then you can do some crazy automations. But let's get started. What we need right now is 2 things. So we will create a tag. So I've already done it. I call like gym leads, up. So to create a tag is simple. I go and create a tag, and I'll put like gym leads. Tags are basically a label. It's just like your sales process, how you want to categorize it. You can do as much as you want. It's really simple. You put the color and you press create. and that's done. Voila. And then one more thing that's important, the last one, actually, it's to create your text template. Text template is what will be sent to your users. How the tool works is it will like follow and message the person and also tag them. So you know like who are they, and they receive something from you basically. So if I want to create a new template, I will go and create new template. All right. And I will have the ability to create intro, body, and outro. So let's do a full demo in here. I will name my template outreach gym. Perfect. In intro, I'll put like hey name. So first name will only be taken if the lead has a normal name, not a weird stuff with some emojis. But if his name is like Jake, he will say hey Jake. If his name is like super awesome guy from the app, that's not gonna say anything. Bodies, I'm gonna put like hey Jake, can you take on 5 new intro intro sessions this month. Let me know. Cheers. All right. So, and that's what they will receive. In here, as you can see, I have the ability to add like one more, which means that will randomize and add an extra layer of security so our account can be safe. And also we can A/B test our outreach and know which message has the best reply rate. So in here, I could put like hi name instead of hey name, and that will like change this. Instead of like, can you take on 5 more intro? I put like, are you free to work more this month? Okay. And the outro, which is a CTO, I put a smiley. That's it. And now, boom, that's gonna randomize all of this. If I'm satisfied with it, let's fucking rock and roll. I just press save. Boom, done. That's it. You just need handle your settings, put your text templates, and set up your tag. If you forget something, tutorials are here all the way to help you. So let's go back to our beautiful Instagram and do our first outreach. So in here, we are targeting Gym Florida, like we did earlier. The tag of the session is going to be Gym Lead, and the message that we just created is called Outreach Gym. Perfect. I will stay this one ticked, which means basically by having the tick, it only will contact the people I have never contacted in the past. That's it. And I will press start. And now let's just watch the magic happens, my friend. And this is pretty cool. So what it's gonna do right now, it's gonna do exactly what you will be doing manually. It will open a tab and just like check on Instagram, write down the hashtag Gym Florida, find somebody, that's it. You already found somebody apparently that has a gym in Florida. Type down the name. So Instagram cannot know. They will never know. How will they know? Cool. So we are going to talk to Thais from Lifestyle, which looks to be a personal trainer. So perfect. It's going to press chat. It's going to open the stuff. Now it's tagging her in the backend. So you guys know who is who. And the first message is going to be sent. So as you can see, hands up, pa, 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 pretty awesome. It's going to send a message in 3, 2, 1. Or a bit more time, let's see. But yeah, it's coming. Whoop. Okay. So what I like to do personally is like set this automation when I go to eat in the morning. Also, like when I get my breakfast, I just like run it, and even before going to sleep. So you leave your laptop open, and I will just like do your outreach every day, talk to 50 people, and that's it. As you can see, sending the message, we just like set it all together. And after this, it will just like go to the next one, tag her, and blah blah blah. But I'm not going to keep on. See, like she's been tagged, awesome, and I will show you. So right now we'll stop the process. It direct message one person, it follow one person, it will go to event gymnast. So I'm gonna stop that. perfect. Up. And now we can find this person. If I check this, I'm back in my backend. I got my back office. My back office, if I go to Gym Leads, the one we just created, I got Thais Lifestyle, which is pretty cool. If I click on her, open a profile, boom. So I know who is who. I can put some notes on my person, a phone, an email, whatever you guys have from this person once the conversation has been going. But yeah, that's to show you how simple it is. Just like launch it, keep talking to 50 people, and you wake up in the morning, just like try to close them to go on a call with you so you can sell them your services. Boom. So let's keep going. It's pretty much finished now. So how to 10x this software now? So as I told you, as we just like you guys can send 50 DMs per day, which means 1200 DMs per month. It's a lot. If you want to multiply this, simple math, you just like add more profiles and have more accounts, and boom, you just have more people like on a call with you. So let's say you're getting an 8% reply rate, which is pretty average in the industry. Means like you will get like 6 replies a day or 96 per month. Out of these 96 people, most likely you're gonna have like 13 to 26% booking rate. You just need to talk to them a bit and book them, boom. So let's say you got 17, that means like 16 people from these 96 replies will book a call with you, and 11 will show up because we always have people that just like don't show up for some reason. If you guys' skills to close is not really good, let's say you're gonna be at 20% close rate, which is still fine. That means you will have like 2 extra clients. As long as your price is between like 500 to 2 grand a month, you will add literally by having this software an extra like 1,000 to 4,000 in monthly recurring revenue every single month. So yeah, it's pretty cool and that's pretty simple. That's literally how I do. I work with MasterClass personally, so it's similar. But yeah, so thanks to Vico one more time. This is the guy that asked me to do this training for you. So this is really, really special. I have never made it before, but thanks to him, you're gonna have a special extended 14 days trial with a link that's in this description. Plus, also because we're going full in today, we're going crazy. Just use the code VICOLIZE to have 30% off with this code. That will be on the ongoing. So I'll show you in 1 second how to do this. It's simple. You're gonna have the link in the description that will invite you to this. A gift from Vico, boom. You will click in here, and to start your 14 days trial, just put your company name if you do have one. If you don't, it's fine. Put full name, Valentine up. That's it. Oops. gmail.com. There we go. That's the email you want to have your account linked to. Make sure it's the right one. And then you can select the plan, whichever, either you go monthly or annually, or otherwise you can have a lifetime deal, which gives you a forever access for one-time payment. Completely up to you. So in here you can put VICOLIZE, press apply, and you're gonna have 30% apply straight away. This is just, by the way, a $1 fee. It's for authorization purpose. That's it. And you can choose PayPal stuff, create your account, and that's gonna be instantly. So yeah, it's pretty simple, pretty cool. Thanks, Vico, to give your audience such a cool stuff. And yeah, I hope this was useful to you guys, and I wish you a great rest of your day.
What up guys, Vico Kang here, super excited to show you today's video where we're going to cover Facebook ad strategy. Now this is very important because you're going to do it for yourself. You're going to use it to get your client for your agency because it's the most easiest and fastest way to land yourself client. And you're going to use this method to help your client to get result as well, which is helping them get customer and client, right? Because it works both ways, okay? So what we're going to cover is the obvious ad strategy, how to set up the flow, and the make or break variable, right? And just to before I actually show you the strategy, I want to show you that we've been spending 30K plus, right, on this ad account alone, and we're managing different ad account, and we're managing different business manager, right? So we're actually doing a lot of ad campaign in any given weeks or months, and me and my team, I would say managing and spend around like millions dollar by now can confidently say that. And we just want to show you that we actually know what we're talking about when we actually show you this strategy, right? So let's get started. So the simple ad strategy, the obvious ad strategy, right? Very, very simple, straight to the point, and simple is what works. Simple is what scale, right? You want to have an obvious ad, you use Facebook lead form, and you use book call and lead form to book call, right? And some of them will book, some of them will not book. That's just reality of funnel, right? What you want to do is that you want to use GoHighLevel to try SMS and email to try to maximize your book call, right? So actually link them and loop them back to the book call, right? The obvious ad strategy is relying, just want to make sure you can see that, the obvious ad strategy rely heavily on message, which is the lead magnet, right? I'll show you what that look like in a second, but it really just a blank canvas with message, okay? So it really heavily rely on what the word you put out there. So you need to have a good lead magnet for this to like work, right? But when you're just starting out, what we do is just testing, see which one is the best, okay? And there's no fancy editing or $1,000 graphics design work. No, there's none of that. The best part is you don't even need to show your face if you don't want to, right? We're going to show you some of our example, other people example, like this guy example saying coach and agency close 15 new client 30-day guarantee or you don't pay. Click learn more, right? They even put like the learn more thing at the bottom right because they know they're running on Facebook. So they use this one probably specifically on Facebook. And this one saying how to get 50 new gym member this month, click below, right? So then this one is specifically for story, right? So this is what simple ad, obvious ad look like. We're obviously giving you our ad template and our ad copy. We use a version of that, but we just like add our face to it because I want to actually grow my brand as well. Don't underestimate stuff like this. It works really well and you get really cheap, like really good cost per lead, right? How you actually install this. So there's gonna be a video down there where one of my team will actually show you how to set this all up, right? First, you need to install Snapshot. You need to set up your calendar. You need to make or copy our ad creative that we actually give you. Silver spoon feeding it to you guys already, and then launch your ad and then connect your ad with our workflow, which is involving SMS, email, and a link to your calendar, right? So we're gonna go to the make or break variable, right? So to sum it up, it is the creative, right? The creative is the image or the video you put out there. It's what other people see. Very important when it comes to running ad guy, because if people see the ad too many times, it's called ad fatigue, right? It's like TV and newspaper, even radio, you know, they're always rotating their ad. They always have different actor and actress coming in and promoting the same products, right? So you want to just have that, and yeah, just don't make sure that your ad get too repetitive and the frequency get too up high. This is why it's very important to make your ads funny and engaging, because it's a social media platform. You want to make it matching the platform, and they will reward you by giving you cheaper CPM, cost per impression, and cheaper cost per lead, which is CPL, right? I'm going to go ahead to our business manager here and actually show you here. This is one of the ad, and I'll show you what entertaining look like, right? So you can see here, like this is like getting like client acquisition ad, like it's a new ad. You can see it's $2, $1 like Australian dollar, right? 1.5 Australian dollar. It's like $1 US per lead on this one, and this is what the ad look like. I didn't make this. My staff make it for me. You can see here it's like a little bit of a meme, commission based, which is the thing. You know, you have pay per result, and the guy here, real estate agent, looking at her, and then you have his girlfriend, which is the lead. This is what it looked like on Facebook, and this is what it looked like on Instagram. Yeah, like I said, just have the click learn more does drive your click-through rate. If you have like click learn more, you know, button on your creative, it's also work with your client as well, not just for you, right? So this client will spend $4,000 on his campaign alone. You can see here this campaign is generating, like, this is all Australian dollar, so like it's really cheap, by the way. It's like this one's like $6 US. And you can see here, you click on this, the one that worked the most, which is the winner, like this one, right, at generating at $8. I think we should turn this off. This is like, yeah, should be off at $45. Doing ad optimization in the video. So you can see this one's $8, and you look at it, it literally looked the same. You can see here, this, like, if I control this yellow one and this red one look like the same sort of ad, right? And you'd be surprised, like the difference, 5 times different, 5 times different, just by changing the color. I'm not kidding, right? So I'll just like show you guys the ad here, right? So this is the red one, and you can see here, like, it's really obvious, like it's just writing, hey, what's your need to know your home price? That's even so outdated because right now it's 2024, right? And it still work. Like, guys, Facebook, people are crazy like that, you know, and it just has some movement on it. I don't know. Obviously my ad guy launched this. I'm just showing you guys, but and what the point I'm trying to show you here is that just by having red and yellow, the yellow one is the one that that working really well, right? So the yellow one is the $8 one, and the red one is what we just view with 45. So it's 5 times different if my math is correct. 6 times, it should be 6 times different. And you can see the yellow one is nothing more than that, right? It's literally the same thing. It's literally the same thing. It just doesn't have the word 2023 on it. I think that's why. It doesn't have the word 2023 on it. So guys, like, make as many creative as you can, and which is, I'm gonna spend some time to actually show you, assuming that this course, this video is making for complete beginner. I'm gonna take some time out to show you. Now, FYI, before I start, guys, I did not take a course on how to grade this. Like, it's very hard to teach people how to be creative. If you're creative, you just get it. If you're not, just hire someone else to do it for you, right? So you can see here for my jewelry client, I make something like this. But let's go ahead and create something from scratch. We're gonna go to Facebook ad here, and you know, I'm going to go, like, obviously, first of all, there's also a template. You can see here in Canva here, it's free. This is free version. You can go to real estate, and you can, you know, like, you can literally just copy and paste all of this template. The one with the crown, meaning that you have to pay for it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can have all of the template ready. You can, like, you know, if we track this template, you can just like just change the word. You know, change the color and all that stuff. We change this to maybe a different color. You know, we could just like use the template is probably the most easiest one. And changing the house and all that stuff is just, yeah. So, but anyway, my intention is to show you something completely from scratch. But really, what I did is when I was just starting out, what I did is that I honestly, guys, I don't do this anymore. So I'm not that good. When I was just starting out, just playing around with this, and it would help like build your skill set. So what I do is I go to element and I write house, right? And I'll pick something like this. Obviously, this one you probably have to pay for it, right? And the quickest one is that you can write rectangle, right, as a banner. I probably want to do red because red is really a Facebook thing, because Facebook is blue and red is contrast with Facebook. All right, so we're just gonna fix everything. Yeah, look, guys, and then you would go to text and then add a headline here. It's really just drag and drop at this stage. You can make it white or black, but I just say like your offer here, and I would just have like, I'll go to shape again. I'll go like button, search for button. So I would search this, and I say, you know, and again I'll go to text. Probably, can you write on this? No, you can't, right? I'll go on text. I just like, you know, adding a small tag like sub headline, and I say like learn more. and I'll just adjust it, and I'll crap. What? This is why I don't do this anymore. I'm not really that good at this, guys. I'm really just doing it for you. I just do this, and I just do this, and I know, like, if this appear on Facebook, right? If this appear on Facebook, it's probably on the the bottom right hand side. I'll just like go arrow. Whoopsie, it should be on element arrow, and I probably get this arrow and just like and probably rotating it, something along this line. Yeah, that could be a guess Facebook policy. If the arrow is too big, they don't allow like red. And like I used to do this, but sometimes it get rejected. Like I used to do like it's got nothing to do with your offer, but I just like add a red circle in there. It used to like like I'm sure if you use social media a lot, like the power of red circle, right? You know this, right? You have the photo of a house and you just like add that red circle on it, like on this or something, like, and I just like look if it work or not. And then actually, just subscribe to the pro if you want to take this seriously, right? Otherwise, pay someone else to do it. If you have a red circle there, that might get rejected, honestly. But like, if like you have a red circle, people just click. What's this, right? Obviously, you can see here. I get that done in like 5 minutes or less. You can just do more variation of it. Again, like if you want, this thing is still work. Like literally just go to a white background and just start typing and then export it. That work, right? This thing work. Like I just like to add photo, just like that's just me. But like this thing work. This is what obvious ad is for, right? Obvious ad mean obvious, simple, right? They see your ad, they know what you're about, right? And same thing with your client, right? You can see here I show you both example of my ad and my client. Like I want to stress one more thing: if you get this to work, it would be very easy for you to sell a guarantee or like some sort of an ad service for your client because you just did it for yourself.
Okay, so in this video I'm gonna show you how to set up your account for Facebook ads. So first of all, I'm gonna share the snapshot of this account with you. What you can do is load your snapshot in your desired account. How you can load a snapshot, let me show you that. Just go to your agency, then click any account. You have to be in sub accounts. For example, I'm gonna use this as an example. Delete snapshot, then go to action, load a snapshot, then select a snapshot like this. I'm gonna share the link with you. Once you open that link, you will have a download. Your snapshot will be downloaded in your account. So after that you're gonna have that snapshot in your list. So let me show you how to load that. Okay, now proceed. Select the fields, keep that select all, and then click on proceed. Then skip all and proceed. I'm not gonna do this because I have already loaded the snapshot. Once you gonna click on this, your snapshot will be loaded in your account in few seconds. Then let's go to account. Okay. Once you loaded the snapshot, you open your account and go to automations. You will see two folders in there. This one, Facebook ads for agency, database reactivation for their client. So you can do this later. I'm only gonna show you what updates you need to do on Facebook ads. So click on this, open these workflows. This is the first one. Wait a second, it's loading. Okay, here you go, it's loaded. So when you scroll down, you see this create opportunity. Go in there, update anything you want, but everything is set up in there. The main thing you need to update is this internet notification. You have to select your business name in here, update your business name and your email, then all users. That's fine, everything's fine. You can change this question as well. Assign to user, you have to update this and select yourself in here. Then Facebook ad nurture, what you have to do is you have to select a second workflow in there. See, this is the one, nurture campaign one, tag opportunity update. This is the one you're gonna select and then click on pass, then publish, save it. And the one more thing you have to do is change these triggers. You have to integrate your Facebook page first, then map your form and select your form in here. This will show the forms will show up in here after you integrate the forms, integrate your Facebook page. I will show you that how you to do that. Cancel this, let's go back. Now this is the nurture one. Let's open this. You don't have to do anything on trigger in here, that's fine. Tag is fine. Assign to user, update this to yourself, select yourself in here. Then these are the wait steps, open up the SMS and all this stuff. Check these out. And if you wanna change the content, you can go ahead and change it according to your requirements, what you think is best for you. You see, we have all this stuff, all this SMS. Change this, and if you find any email in there, also change the name and business and from email in there to your business. Now this is the last one. So in here you also don't, you have to select a workflow in here, that same workflow, not this one, this is the one, the nurture one workflow. Save it, then go ahead, open up the SMS and the email you find in there. Change things according to your need. You see there is the email as well. You can update the from name and from email in here. Change the content. The next thing is you can see we have some URLs that redirect to equalize.com. You can update these to yours, or you can add your calendar link in here instead of any page. So that's how you can do the updates, all the workflows. Now the last thing I'm gonna show you how you can integrate your Facebook page. So go to settings, then click on integrations, a page in here, any page, your business page you want to and you're using in your ads. Make sure it's the same page you're using in your ads and select it. That then click on disconnect. I'm not gonna do it myself right now because I don't need it. Once your page is connected, you click on this Facebook form fields mapping. Okay, I haven't connected the page. That's the reason it's not showing up for me. Once you connected the page, what will happen is the list of forms on the page on your page will show up in here. Then you wanna click on map fields, and then it's an easy process. Just select the questions and their fields that are in high level. It should your Facebook form and your high level field should be matched, and it's an easy process what you have to do. And the last thing is that I showed you before, that you have to select the form in your first Facebook ads workflow trigger. Then you're good to go. So that's all you need to do in your snapshot and your workflows and Facebook integration. Let me know if you have any questions on that. Okay, so in this video I'm going to show you how you want to set up a calendar and set up a workflow with it. Okay, so first of all, go into your account and then click on calendars, and in here click on this calendar settings. Once you're in here, you see this create calendar option. Create a calendar, or you are already gonna have a calendar, you can edit this one like that. Click on edit. You can edit and set up things according to your needs. You can change your name in here. You can add your company logo from here by clicking it in here. Description of a calendar, custom URL, contact name. We can change a meeting location. This is the weekly zone. You have to change this in here. You can change event calendar, that availability. You can update your availability from here. Forms and payments. This is a default form. You can create your own and edit in here. Contacts, thank you message. You can update this code URL as well, and add your thank you page URL in here. Notification options. So you see, these things are pretty straightforward, and if you want to receive notification directly from here, you can check this. Additional emails, check this. So that's all you have to do. Connection. In here you have to connect your personal calendar, and that's you want to set up in your, you want to see your personal profile in here. You have to add your calendar in there. That you will see a calendar in here, and you can select that. After that, the customizations, cover image, colors, and all these stuff, you can update this in here. So that's how you wanna set up the calendar. And if you don't wanna do anything in here, you can create a new one by clicking here. Just click here, select this simple calendar, and select things in here according to your requirements, and it will gonna take you to the same steps that I just showed you in there. So that's how you're gonna set up calendar. After that, what you're gonna do is, we have this workflow. We have added this new workflow for appointment reminders in our snapshot. We're gonna come here in automations, then scroll down. You will see this workflow in here. We can open this up.
So we call it the button is that for here this need.
So here you go. This is the reminder. First of all, after whenever someone wanna confirm appointment on a calendar, we have the trigger here for all the calendars. So it will auto do it, and these are the emails. The first email is for confirmation. You can edit this message according to your needs here. You can update a name and email in here. The next thing is this wait step. This is the reminders. Time delay 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, they will receive an SMS as well about the confirmation. You can edit this as well. Then we have this wait step before 1 day, 6 hours of the appointment. This SMS and email will be sent out. You can edit this as well according to your need. This email as well. Like this. The next is 4 hours before the appointment. This SMS will be sent out. You can edit this as well. And the last one is 5 minutes before. And in this email, the Zoom link will be sent out. You can update it to your Zoom link. It is now in the repos. We can edit this as well. And if you want to add more steps in here and more emails and SMS and internal notifications to your site, you can add that here as well. Once you get that done, all you have to do is publish and save. So that's how you want to set up the calendar and its related workflow. Okay, so we have this new document as a template for all the ads we have. As you can see here, you can access the Canva links from here, and these are the ad copies we have. So you can pull anything you want from here, and you can find this document from the course description. It will open up these creatives we have. The next thing you could do is open your own Canva beside it. So here you go, you see we have these creatives. What you could do is you can use these creatives and update them according to your need. See, we have these. For example, let's just use this one. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select this complete creative, then copy it, I'm gonna open this, create a design, custom size. The size will be 180 by 180. Okay, so it's open. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna paste what I copied from there. Wait a sec. Okay, so what I have done is I have copied this one. Like you have to select this and then paste it in here. I have done that, and you see now I can do changes according to my requirements. I'm gonna delete this estate agents. You see, I made this simple creative by just copying pasting things and just done a simple change. You can do more, add a page and pick more of them, copy them, paste it in here and change the things according to your requirements. So that's how you're gonna do creatives. Then you download it, and so that's the part where you're gonna do the creatives. And when the creatives done, what you have to do is go to your Facebook profile, then you see this ad manager in here, click here. I have already opened this. You see what I'm gonna do. What you have to do now is click on create, select leads objective, then continue. Click on this manual lead campaign, continue. Change the name, something like this. You can see this one's fine. No need to select anything in here. Scroll down, keep this off, click on next. I'm gonna keep this at set broad. Instant forms, that's right. You have to select page in here. Let's do it right now. This is right. Budget. It's showing me in rupees. What you're gonna do is you would have $1 in there, add a $20 budget, then scroll down. Don't do anything in here. It won't allow me this less because my account is in PKR, but when you do dollar you have to do 14 to 20. Let me this location, select your location. If you're in United States, select United States. Or if your target market is Australia, select the whole Australia country in here. It depends on your targeting location. Yeah. It's loading, wait a second. Yeah, here you go, Australia. Select any one of them. Where are you based and what market you wanna target. Click here, switch to original audience option. Okay. Here we go. So in this, select 25 to 55. Interest behavior, I suggest to keep it like this, all demographic, interest and behavior. And if you wanna do narrow it down, you can select the interest based on real estate businesses. Keep it all languages, all genders, and here advantage plus. Now next. me give it add one. Add media from here. You're gonna upload, you have to upload the images that you created in your Canva. Let me add any one, for example. Click here on upload. Let me get any from my existing images. Let's try any of this. Let's try this. Okay, it's been uploaded. Next, make sure this the original has been selected for all the sizes. Ignore this type of warnings, it doesn't matter. Next, use this all optimizations. That's all. Okay, tap done. Wait for a while. Yeah, so it's done. As you can see, the image has been uploaded. Now for text and headline, what you have to do is go back in here. Alright, so for copies, go back in this library, scroll right, scroll left. You see the add copies in here. Click on this document. This document will open up. We have these add copies in here and these headlines. So I'm gonna use this first one right now. So select all of this, Command C, control it, copy it, then go back to your ads manager, paste it in here. Now make sure that your offer, that the offer in your creative matches the offer in your ad copy. Remove this extra space. So as you can see, this offer does not match with it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tweak it a little bit. Let me do it. If you can you see, I changed it a bit to match this from this. Now the next thing is headline. Pick the headlines from here. You can add more options and add more headlines in here like this. Now make sure to change this to learn more. So it's updated to learn more. Now the next thing is, the last thing is form. Alright, so in this video I'm going to show you how to create your form, lead form. So first of all, click on this, build a form, name it real estate agent form. It's good if you set the date in here as well. What's the date today? It's once like this. Then go to settings, make sure it's selected the open, then intro. This is the right one. Use the image from your ad. You don't have to do anything in here. Now let me pick the headline. So we're gonna do it like this. Appointments and close like this. You can add 10. Now question, you have to add one multiple choice question in there like this. The question is, do you have an yes. Description. Let me pick this up. Use something like this. I picked it up from a previous form. We will use this information for contact purpose only. Feel free to submit your contact information below. So this makes the trust better, and the headlines like this, descriptions like this make people encouraged to submit their information without any hesitance. So this we're gonna keep these two, then we're gonna create more category. We're gonna add this, and another one is city. We're gonna add these two, then go to next, privacy policy. You can add something like this, peopleice.com/ you can use directly this URL if you don't have any, or if you have your own, you can use that in here. Now the last step, I'm gonna change this to, because we're gonna give them an appointment link. Now keep it here. In call to action, we're gonna use the word AI like this, set up AI appointment booking demo now. And in here link, what you should do is you should use your calendar link the scheduling link or permanent link, you will find that in your calendar settings, or the page you have in which the page your calendar contains. So you have two options in here: use a page which have your calendar, or directly use your calendar link in here. Once you paste that in here, click on create form, and that's gonna be published. Right now I'm gonna exit this. Once it's done, you will select this, then you don't have to do anything else. Just go here, click on these three dots, quickly duplicate. Now all I'm gonna change in here is this ad name. I'm gonna give this ad name ad 2, and then I'm gonna scroll down. I'm gonna delete this like that. When it's deleted, you can click in here again, add media, add image, now you can select the second image in here, anything like this. You can upload all of the images together, then just come here and select the different images instead of uploading it. This is the image has been uploaded. I'm gonna click the next. The same process we have done previously. Make sure all of these selected as original. Next, all optimizations should be toggled on, then done. And with this, your second ad is ready. So that's all you have to do to create more variations. Now you can do the same thing again and again and create like ad 3, 4 and 5. Create more variations of this and just update this ad creative and ad name. That's all you have to do. Once you're done, just exit this and publish your campaign, then you're good to go.
Hey guys, if you enjoy watching the video, make sure that you also checking out this content right there.